Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and
What's
welcome.
wrong?
It was so weird. Did you not get a notification? I got a notification. It was like, oh, do you want to add 6 Halloween templates to your thing? And then it gave us this. Like, I don't know what's going
I did
on,
not get
but
that notification, but I can see why that was a quick stunner. It was a little jump scare for
yeah,
you at the start of this podcast.
look at this. Which one? Okay, which I'm gonna go through all the
Well, I'm
6.
biased because that one has a potion on it, and obviously
Where's the potion? This
I
one
think
right
that's
here.
a potion.
This
That's a
one?
cauldron.
Oh, this
I'm
one.
also biased towards cauldrons. They kind of all have cauldrons or potions, so I kind of like them all.
Which one?
That's a
was
potion, right? That yellow glass.
Yeah, let's keep that. I like that. Yeah, you got a glass, you got a bat. Yeah, so people don't know. Obviously, this episode 677. We don't even have our names up. Did get rid of our names? What's going on?
That was me because I was recording a video for you, and I didn't know where you wanted names or things on the
That's fine.
overlay.
That's
so
fine.
that was me. That was me.
Oh, even all this stuff looking like. Oh, we got
That's
frames.
I don't like that.
No,
That's
that's too much. But like,
It's loud.
here's trick or treat, the skeleton, candy pumpkin. Just block Dylan Must. Is the pumpkin over for your camera? Okay, good. Yeah. There you go. People don't know on StreamYard, just literally as we went live, is like, do you want to have Halloween updates? And I'm like, yes. And then I hit it, and then all these options came up and everything. But I wish they had the whole week. I would have done that. I told you, but
Should have had it the whole month. Don't they know that Halloween starts October 1st? Well, for some people it starts in September, but I'd say October 1st
yeah.
officially.
And even then, like the official day of Halloween is like for Eastern people, it starts in 30 minutes. So it's like very late StreamYard. It's like, is it just a one
That's
day? Like,
true.
yeah, so I'm kind of hoping for Christmas or other holidays, maybe even a week in advance, we could get some banners because that's nice. Like, that's an update I do want. Sometimes StreamYard updates everything every week. Banners, I don't know if they're needed, but, I'll use them. But, as usual, I'm the scoundrel dressed now.
Nice rags. I like
Yeah.
them. My name is Dylan Muss. Uncostumed Dylan Muss.
Yeah, not much of a festive one because Kirkland's in Japan, and then Taylor was going to make it. That's why we're a little later for live people, but then after he told us we have to start a certain time, told us he couldn't make it that time. So, and then I already had the schedule going. I was like, oh, we got time to finish. We watched, obviously, he told us what we've been watching, but we watched the Thriller music video. That's becoming like a yearly thing, me and the girls.
Okay.
So, because I think last year was the first time I showed them, because obviously Thriller spammed on every Halloween playlist, right, throughout the month and everything. So then
Did they
like,
ever ask, hey, that guy singing Thriller, like whatever happened to him?
I think I have informed them he has passed away, but I don't think we've gone too deep into it. But I don't actually know that they know he's dead. So, but yeah, we watched it last year, and then
We're
we
waiting
just
for the
watched
movie
it
that
again.
got delayed again and again.
Yeah, I'll take him to the 2-parter,
There you
But
go.
for this, I do have a bigger jacket because technically, so for people that are audio listeners, I am Han Solo, but technically I'm Endor Han Solo. It's like he has like a big jacket, brown.
Okay.
Yeah, because the reason
I
is
heard Andor at first. And I was like, he's an Andor,
Not a-
and then
Yeah.
had the quick brain correction there.
because Emily is Endor Leia, and then I'm trying to get the
Okay.
twins. They are the Ewoks, so that's why we went with the
Oh
Endor
my
theme.
God, that's adorable.
Yeah. So I'll have better pictures in the Discord later on this week, but that was at our Halloween bash there. And then Gwen is Abatha what the hell's her name from Wicked?
Hopefully Mike. pops in the
Alphaba.
chat, I don't know.
Alphaba. Yeah, Alphaba. And
That's
then
alphabet without the other letter.
yeah, and then
how about what are they?
Logan's. I can't remember. She's the main witch from Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
Bette Midler, and then Ellie is Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters. You've probably heard of that movie.
Ah,
right?
yes. Okay, I think I saw a kid at the climbing gym today who was wearing, I don't know if it's that character, but one of the 3 demon hunters.
Yeah, so the costume's fun because I went pretty I didn't get official stuff. Usually I'm a big official guy, but all the there's not really any good ones all together, and then buying the Han Solo pieces separate, very expensive. Like, I feel bad. I've never done Han Solo, my favorite Star Wars character, one of my favorite characters of all time. I didn't even buy the gun and holster because like all that together is like $70 USD. I'm like, I'm just gonna use that on one day, and for me, it's like the babies are the main event, And it's funny, like when I'm alone, I could
There's
tell.
got to be a video or a movie where that could come back in. That's a prop that you would, because
But it's licensed.
do you even
though.
have
It'd
a
be the
fake gun
official.
right now?
No, I don't have a fake gun of any sort.
I feel like there's got to be a movie script you have that includes a gun in it.
But I couldn't use the Han Solo blaster because that'd be
It's too
Lucasfilm.
Star Warsy?
Yeah, that'd be.
It's not just like a Glock.
No, it's not. No, that's why
Yeah.
even me and Emily were talking about because insider at some point next year, one of the scenes in one of the movies coming up is on Halloween, and I'm like, oh, we're just gonna shoot it here because we got lots of decorations. But Emma's like, well, you can't shoot everything. I'm like, what do you mean? And I forgot we bought a big blow up Oogie Boogie this season, so I was like, oh right, I got to take that down because that's right. Disney will get me.
And for the people who don't know what that means, what is an Oogie Boogie? Just
like,
for the people who don't know.
Yeah, of course. So there's a classic movie called The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
Oogie Boogie's the big green guy who kidnaps Santa Claus. He's helping ruin
one of
that
my
holiday.
favorites, for sure.
Yeah, it's a great time. So, but yeah, if people don't know, watch that. It's you can watch it at Christmas as well. Often debated if it's a Halloween or Christmas movie. Dylan,
It's a frequent debate.
Yeah, I know it's one of your favorites. So which line do you fall on? Which side of that do you fall on?
Controversially, Thanksgiving movie for me.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it splits the difference. Yeah.
Okay, I actually do think there is a Thanksgiving moment because there's one moment where Jack looks
There
at
is,
all these different doors.
it's about the 42-minute mark, I think, is that scene.
Yeah, I might be misremembering it, but maybe it's
Okay.
at that point. But
think, yeah.
S Bob says I went as Han Solo as a gun with I went as Han
As a
Solo
gun.
as a kid with
I mean,
a Nerf
there are a lot
gun
of
as a
guns in
blaster.
America, but I don't know if like the people are guns. That might be a step too far.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one's like made a very meta like short film about that yet, right? Like I'm sure. Well, maybe that was kind of
Donald Glover's thing.
I was gonna there you go. I was gonna say you're not like a big rap guy, but that was definitely it, right? That was him doing that.
Amber was
so.
all over that song. I could not. I mean, it's a good song. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But,
Very good music video as well. Like same thing. That's one thing.
his movements in that video. Oh, I can't do them because I haven't watched the video in a long time. But it's very, very good.
Yeah. Well, and that's something where like, and I am uneducated here, so somebody can blast me on Discord here. But that's where like This Is America, that was a big one, and I know they pop up. But just even tonight when we're watching Thriller, I'm like, why don't more people like? I just feel like music videos aren't the event they used to be, and honestly, this is so different because I don't know if you know the story of Thriller, where they premiered that on TV. It was like at 8 p.m. on like a whatever, blah blah blah. You have to watch, and obviously did massive ratings, big thing, and the song ended up being massive. But same thing, like why does no one? I know like Miley Cyrus like does a concert, but why does no one be like? And I guess Swift just kind of did that with like the last movie, but everyone said it was kind of disappointing. So I just feel like because it's a short film with a music video in it. It's 13 minutes. It's not just him singing.
Were you wanting to throw to what we've been watching first? Because this is extremely relevant for what I've been watching.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we'll talk about some links after. So we were doing what we've been watching. Just me and Dylan tonight. We're going to talk about. We got lots of fun. Unfortunately, we won't be able to pick Taylor's brain on the Call of Duty. We'll do that another time. We'll still talk about the idea of Call of Duty movie, but we got that. We got Smash Cinematic Universe rumors. We got Stranger Things trailer. We got Scream trailer, and then I got fun just 2 Halloween things for me and Dylan to do. Now just Dylan though, because I know the answers to them. So, but yeah. So what is this? What is this relating to for what you've been watching?
Okay, so the music video thing. I don't know how this happened, but back in the day, as many other teenagers in the late 2000s, big fan of Lonely Island. Which are you a Lonely Island guy?
Absolutely. That's like
I don't think that we've really talked about it. I feel like I haven't had a Lonely Island moment in the podcast era. I feel like for me that was like a high school kind of thing.
And that's weird because I feel like we should also ask Kirkland. I feel like that's a lot of Kirkland's humor too.
That I think I've talked to him about. I think
Yeah.
that's his vibe, but I don't know if Taylor. I just don't think he would be.
No.
But maybe he is.
I don't think Taylor's like an SNL guy either. I don't feel like
I
he
don't think
talks about
so.
SNL at all. Like what did they call? What was their segments? It wasn't always the Lonely Island, but Andy Samberg, every SNL had. What were they? They were always the videos,
Like the digital shorts.
Yeah, the pre-recorded one. So that's how
Yeah.
I got affiliated with them. And then obviously, if you're, I'm not sure. I guess I'm saying obviously. I'm just assuming. So assumingly, you're a fan of Popstar, right? You've seen this movie?
I gotta see it again because I watched
Okay.
it one time and I remember it not having a huge impact on me, which
Okay.
was surprising because I was such a big Lonely Island guy. But something about the songs in there just didn't hit the same. But I should definitely rewatch it because
Try again.
part of this rewatch for me or what I've been watching is I think it was just YouTube, just like put Jizz in My Pants back in my algorithm. And I was like, oh, I haven't watched this in 15 years. And you know what? It's still a fucking great song.
Yeah.
And the video is super fun. And then that kind of just went into a rabbit hole rewatching and forgetting, like, oh, I forgot about Boombox. I love this song. And then, of course, Jack Sparrow and all of them.
Jack Sparrow's buying go-to.
So good. And then, from there, I was like, okay, I feel like there's actually a lot of Lonely Island stuff I never listened to because I just listened to probably the same 10, 15 songs over and over again. So then I went to the albums and I listened to the songs that I haven't heard yet. and I discovered "Punch You in the Jeans" and "Dream Girl," which are like two of my favorite Lonely Island songs that never had a music video,
Okay.
but just amazing songs. I love those songs so much. Listened like 100 times in the last 2 weeks, and then that's led me into checking out a bunch of the digital sorts because I think mostly for me it was like the music videos is what I'd watched, but I didn't see a lot of their like 2 to 3 minute long little sketch like pre-recorded sketches, mostly just like the video ones or the music video ones. And so I've been watching a lot of that, and then I discovered that Lonely Island, along with Seth Meyers, have a podcast that they've been doing for like a year, where they're going through like from the start of when they started making the digital shorts, and each episode is just about one digital short and then the next one, and it's like half an hour long to an hour depending on what the episode is, and it's just super fun, and it's like perfect because I haven't had a lot of time to watch things, so it's like, oh, I can sit down and watch 2 or 3 of these digital shorts, and then on my commute to work I just listen to this podcast. And so I've just been ingesting so much Lonely Island lately. And, I don't know if you know this, Travis, but they're still making new videos. And they had
I did not know that, no.
They had a new one the last few months with Charlie XCX in there, which is a great song. They had one called Sushi Glory Hole that I think was like last year for the 50th of SNL or whatever, which is also great. But like, hey, they're still making amazing music videos with really fun production and like, crazy sets and all these stupid Lonely Island concepts. So they're still around. They're still kicking it. They're still doing great stuff. And this has been a very fun YouTube rabbit hole for me of discovering all this stuff. Some of it, unearthing things from the past for me, but then a lot of it is like, oh yeah, just new to me because I haven't watched these things before. But yeah, I definitely got to put on Popstar. I want to watch Hot Rod again because I love that movie and it's been a while. So
yeah, and see, that was one for me. I'm the reverse, where Hot Rod never did it for me. So that's where it's funny, where I didn't dislike it, but that was one of those movies that everyone quoted in my middle school. And I was like, oh yeah, I
think
liked
I watched
it,
like. Yeah, maybe you probably watched it when you were young too, but I watched it young enough where like the stupidity worked for me, and then it's just like ingrained in my head now. But yeah, especially with like listening to the podcast and just hearing about the production of these things, because some of these videos, like the Jack Sparrow one, for example, like really great production value. They got Michael Bolton in there, and it's like with all these shorts, they only had like 5 days to make these things, from concept to
really
shooting
impressive.
it to editing it to putting it live. To that same live video is still the one that's on YouTube like 15 years later. And so I just think listening to the production of it is really fun just because, I never really thought about that. Yeah, it's a weekly show, but they only had sometimes 4 to 5 days, maybe even less. Sometimes had like a day or 2 days to make some of these music videos, and they still make like amazing songs, great music videos. So I don't know, just very impressive stuff, even though it's silly, but I listen to a lot of comedic music. So for me, that's not out of the ordinary. And, that's been the biggest thing I've been watching lately, Travis. It's been quite the indulging. It's been really fun. You should check out their new videos at the very least, the 2 new ones they have.
No, I should, because I was a big fan of their stuff, and because I feel like I feel like with the digital shorts, those were something too. They were coming out at a time where I was maturing, so I feel like when I first started watching SNL, a lot of that stuff flew over my head. Like the songs, one that are outrageous, okay, I got those, but other ones that were maybe just a bit more subtle, or obviously talking about humor stuff that I didn't understand yet. Yeah. And then once I got older, that was sometimes it was the main event of that show. Like, oh man, what are we getting for that digital short?
You get excited when you see a little title card drop, even though it's like sometimes just a 1 minute long like a little stunt or something.
Yeah. And like again, talking about middle school, so like Hot Rod was that, and then I've always said this before, the other one for me, Napoleon Dynamite, that's one I never got, like never was not on that club and everything.
Since I revisited that one, yeah.
Yeah, but I remember when the digital shorts and the music videos and everything, when Dick in a Box dropped, that was like a nuke at middle school. Everybody was talking about Dick, because that was at that age where it's like you're still like you're starting to get the references now, but still like you wouldn't want to be talking about openly in grade 8, right? But it's like, oh, have you seen this video and everything? And like I think that was a combo of like it kind of made Justin Timberlake really cool because he was just the sexy back in sync guy. It's like, okay, yeah, he's a singer, and then he kind of had this different tone and everything, and then not too far after that he did Social Network. He had like a good run there, but okay, no, it's good. I'll check out the videos. The podcast upsets me so much, because I'm happy they have that fan base. It's my constant bitch to Emily where, man, like when we started this podcast, so much easier to chart. Now those top 30s are just, they're always like The Office review, this, and it's just actors reviewing their stuff, which is fine, but I just like, man, like
the rewatch, like going through the catalog
just
again.
Such an easy, and those episodes take up so much of the feed. Like, I don't know, I'd like to see who started that, because when we started the podcast, obviously people had, like, celebrities had podcasts, but it felt like it was like Kevin Smith it's specifically a podcast, right? And then the
Yeah.
first time I remember catching it was I was so salty about it because I remember we used to chart. I can't remember the highest we ever got. One time I know we got we got top one of the Endgame or Infinity Wars. We got like top 5, top 3 on like the American charts. It was big for us, like just film and TV, right? Of course, not like overall, but still for us, little whatever that was big. But then I remember seeing like Ellen DeGeneres would start cutting out. She would cut. It would only be like 5-minute podcasts or like 7 minutes. It'd be like 2 minutes of her introing the clip, and it's just a clip of her talking to like I don't know George Clooney, and that's the episode, and that's the downloads,
Right.
and that's where I don't know if it was her, but that was the first time I ever noticed like, oh, they're repurposing the show and putting it on here. And don't get me wrong, these people podcast about what they've done before. Way more effort than that, and I'm happy for those fans because I have another YouTube thing that I've been watching I'll share recently, but I'm happy for those fans. But man, they just easily cloud up or they just clog up the feeds because like
Yeah.
obviously they got like a mega established fan base, right? So I definitely get that. Go make your money. But man, it was so much easier to chart like I said, like Endgame, Infinity War time, because it felt like I feel like celebrities hadn't figured that out yet about the podcasting yet. Now every celebrity has like a podcast, right? Like a lot did, but I feel like
true.
if you were in one successful thing, well, we'll podcast about it now, which, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I get it because like I've noticed my backlog of my usual podcast it's way behind now because now I'm
Me
just like,
too.
obsessed with this one, and so I'll still get those listens eventually. But now I'm like, okay, do I really need to listen to this one? And then 2 weeks have gone by, it's not like relevant anymore, and then I'm just like, maybe I
Yeah.
won't listen to this. So unfortunately, some of these small timers have lost out on this. But funny part about that podcast is just the first few episodes is like Andy Samberg coming to grips with the fact that he's doing a podcast and he's like, I hate podcasts, but like now I'm a podcast guy, which I feel like is, in the year 2025, everyone has to have that realization.
Oh
'cause
yeah.
everyone has a podcast these days. But yeah, it's fun too. Like the digital shorts, like a lot of them, once again, because of that time limit and because it's like, oh, we have to make something in like 3 days, and maybe they don't even have an idea, but they still have to make something anyway because they're just being asked to.
Yeah.
Not all of them are great, and so I think it's fun that they're very they admit easily like, oh yeah, this one kind of sucked, or like this one's not really worth revisiting, but there's still like some fun stories behind it. So when
Yeah.
you're done listening to all your GeekVerse podcasts, including Side Quest, including Travis Told You,
Yeah.
check out the Lonely Island one.
Well, and if you like that concept of people looking back on stuff, look out in 2026. There might be a show on Patreon where we might do that for a couple things, and we'll
We're
share.
gonna become that which we hated. Travis.
Yeah,
We
exactly. It's
swore to destroy.
what is it? If you can't beat them, join them. So Espo
Yeah.
says for me, it was Threw It on the Ground was one that hit when I was in school. That was the
classic.
joke that everyone said the whole year. Yeah, and see, that's one that I remember when it first happened. Because my dad very judgy when we watch SNL. I feel like if something can hit, he'll love it. But then I feel like especially the digital shorts were very hit or miss. And I remember being with him like, oh, that was kind of dumb. But then Threw on the Ground like grew on me, and I saw it later. Not very a music video, but it was one where it's like it's kind of like that rule of threes where it's just like eventually it's so stupid it's funny again, and that's where I think eventually I appreciated that. But for a bit I was like, okay, what is this? And some of those shorts, like, I don't know, do you remember the one with Bill Hader? And or it's Bill
They
Hader,
have a lot
Elliot
with Bill
Page. Yeah, that's true. Bill
The
Hader.
Mirror.
Yes.
I literally watched that and listened to that episode. I listened to that podcast episode today, Travis. Literally
Okay.
on my commute home from work, and watched that video yesterday for the first time. So that that video holds up. That video is still great because it's like a little Inception spoof with Elliot Page, of course. So yeah, definitely that one's worth a rewatch. no
Okay,
doubt.
and I probably will then listen to that but I remember when me and my dad saw it, I was like, what the hell is that? But it was just, I remember Bill Hader's face. Like that, I think that skit is what made me fall in
I
love
actually don't
with
think
Bill
Bill
Hader.
Hader's in that one.
Is he not? Does he not appear at any point making like a
It's
scary
Sudeikis
face?
and maybe Will Forte for a frame, but it's mostly Adam Samberg. Andy Samberg is the one doing like the crazy faces in the mirror.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the other one that I think that they did spoof and that I fell in love with was, because I'm not sure if you were a fan of the OC back in the day, but they did the
Dear Sister. Oh my
yeah.
God, that video is so good.
That was
That
another
video
one
is
that went
so
around.
good.
But
That
yeah,
one's fun. Like, Shia, he's Shia, but like he's so good in that video.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the little pose he's doing.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, Shy is one of those people that like I'll always admit, like I was even Steven's guy. I just saw it today. I was searching up because for some reason my TV was telling me that Evil Dead Rise was on Disney Plus. They were wrong. It was not on
I
there.
rewatched that movie.
I just did. Well, also, I guess that's what we're talking about right now. I just did the because we did on the After 9. Someone said that I was like, oh yeah, I want to watch it. So I did an Evil Dead 2013 and Rise back to back, which was a
Nice.
wild day, but still holds up. I still like them a lot, but like I both give them 5, so like I love them quite a bit. But yeah, because who knows what's on Disney Plus now? Because right now, like the newest Halloween trilogy in Canada is there, so it's like. I don't even know what the streaming services. I really have to pare down because Disney, I know we're keeping for the kids. Netflix, I don't know. Oh, I have wrestling because obviously for the gimmick, and then I have Prime and I have Crave. Crave comes with our internet, so that's already paid for.
Nice.
I have to check with Emily.
That's a good one to have.
Yeah, if Prime is the one that. If we now pay extra, it's just the ad tier because I can't remember. But there is a point where I need to. I'll probably cancel it because like now I feel like all these things just bounce around. Other than a few things that are very exclusive, it's like why is Halloween 2018 on Disney Plus? That does not feel like I'm happy about that. But I just feel like nowadays if there's something I want to watch, you just have to wait around and it'll eventually get on the streaming service you want to have. Even if it's a year from now, you're like, oh, I wanted to watch that, and here it is. So.
Yeah, I think I only use Prime right now, which is my mom's, and thankfully she has a couple attachments on there. You know, with Prime you can get all the add-ons and stuff, and so I don't actually have any of my own right now. I mean, Disney Plus I had for what were we watching? Zombies or something like that. I had to get it for, but
Zombies.
Right now just riding with Prime, which has a lot of stuff, especially when you throw Crave in the mix and la-di-da.
Well, all these ones have so much stuff, right? Like you could probably just get one of these services. Like if you didn't have podcasts and just wanted to watch something, you could probably get one of these services for a year and be completely good. Of course, there's gonna be like, I want to watch this or that. But really, if you didn't care and you just wanted content, there's enough on all these ones now that you will never get through it. You'll find something, So
yeah, I have one other quick shout out is the I Like Me, John Candy documentary. I watched that.
I want to watch that.
I watched it through Prime, I think. I don't know which one of the upgrades, whatever.
It is on Prime, yeah.
It was really good. I mean, I didn't really know. I knew he had like a tragic story, and he died pretty young, and he was like in his early 40s, right? But that it was really good, very emotional. I mean, tons of his backstory I didn't know, like the whole Second City stuff, and just like how fucking many movies he made in his time on this planet was incredible. So, yeah, that was really emotional, really good time. Definitely worth watching that one.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I add that to the list. Right now I'm still doing Halloween stuff, and then usually the next couple, like the week after Halloween, I still knock off some, and then I'll kind of move in that. But that's definitely on the list because I've been excited for that since that trailer dropped. So, okay, that's good to hear. I watched a bunch of stuff this past week. I watched Him. That was something. Yeah, I can't really recommend it. It's like unless you're just a Marlon Wayans fan, because he's fun in it. He's chewing scenery, like he's having a good time being like a crazy guy. And honestly, I had heard about like all the bad reviews and how bad it was, and I'd say like the first act, maybe a little past that, it's like a good serviceable like devil soul type of movie, like, oh, something's going on here and something weird, but then it just kind of falls off a cliff and just kind of gets, and the ending, the last kind of 15 minutes it's a slog. It's tough. It's one of those, and maybe I'm being disrespectful.
The last 15 minutes is a slog. That's not even that much time.
It's just one of those that feels like it's being smarter than it is, and maybe though at some point 5 years from now, explainer video comes up like, wow, I really missed that, but it just I don't know, it felt overindulgent. That's what I would say.
That's fair.
Won't be on any Golden
Marlon
Geeks.
Wayne, would that be a Golden Geek level performance? Because I would love to see a world where he is at the very least a nominee in the Golden Geeks, and that opportunity doesn't seem to arise very often.
Yeah, I only maybe in villain, but I feel like I don't know if we have like a list of villains, but I just feel like
villains was pretty low this year, so maybe that could be.
Yeah, maybe, but then other people have to watch Him, and I don't know if that's going to happen, right? That's the thing. So
yeah, I'm just saying I might watch it just for the chance of getting Marlon Wayans on a.
I think he could deserve it, but I would definitely have us check before. I wouldn't want you to watch it if it was a for sure like.
I have not seen very much this year, so my time is probably better spent elsewhere.
Yeah, like I would feel like I'm not trying to predict, but I feel like Galactus is probably there, right? You think so? End of the year?
Galactus. I'd put him in there, yeah.
And then you haven't seen it, but I can tell you that like Lex will be there. Nicholas Hoult from Superman, he'll be there.
Sinners has probably got a good villain, I would
Sinners
imagine.
definitely is there. So that's 3 right now.
Weapons, maybe? throw.
Yeah,
what's her
weapons
name?
I would put that person in there. So we're already at 4. I'd say don't watch him. I feel
Yeah. Okay.
we just named 4 off the
It
top
was
of
a
our head that were
short-lived. But
yeah, and we're not even done yet. There's still, who knows? You got Corage coming in Avatar. He's always popping off with some memes and stuff. So,
wow, I'm not seeing that one
um,
though. So that's fine.
yeah, I know, but he might make it in. I don't know if he'll make it in for me. That to me is a bold thing. But speaking of bold, I watched Big Bold Beautiful Journey. I broke my Halloween watching. That was that Colin Farrell, Margot Robbie, like they see the doors and they go through their history. They're kind of getting over breakups. Maybe you never saw a preview for this. It's like in a weird. It's not, it is a sci-fi futuristic world, but it's not like Star Trek or like Blade Runner. It's kind of like let's say 20 years from now, but then it's high concept where this machine tells these people that they had an interaction at a wedding, and then the machines in their car tell them to go to this point, like a GPS point, and they meet there and they're supposed to go on this adventure together, and they just go in the middle of the woods. There's a door, and when they open the door, it's very Monsters Inc. where they go back into their past. And I won't say more, but it's Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell, and they're both in their way. They have this chemistry, which I've seen a lot of people say they don't have good chemistry. For me, I don't think it's like, oh my, like Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, but I thought it was good because they're kind of playing these kind of asshole characters. Not that you dislike them, but they're kind of wanting to do their own journey and be on their own thing. So it feels like it's kind of a very, old school, make fun of the person that you like sort of chemistry, but they're both that way. Usually it's like the lovey one, and I think Colin Farrell is more lighthearted, but they're both kind of jerks at time. But I really enjoyed it. I think it's kind of meh reviewed movie, but I give it like a 4.55. I like those movies. It's a movie that makes you like feel good about life. It's not anything I'm going to be repping for Golden Geeks. I wish it was a little longer, and I wish there was maybe a couple more opportunities they went to, but they go through things where like Colin Farrell has to play like a 16-year-old version of himself and that type of thing, and Margot Robbie's play. So it's like, and it's not campy because they still know cognitively. It's just that everybody in the world sees you as like a 12-year-old kid, so you kind of have to like act accordingly. So there's some really good moments in there. So
Nice.
I watched People Under the Stairs. I've been meaning to watch that one for a long time. It's a Wes Craven joint. All I remember is watching this in my grandparents' basement and being not like scared, but having some scary moments in it. Definitely one of the movies that I wish kind of just stuck in the past. I thought it was fine. It's a movie where not everybody, Vin Rames was in this randomly, just popped up, but lots of the people are like at a 10. Like acting wise, they're just going for it, but they're going for it the entire movie. And there's a point where it kind of like, oh, this is kind of fun, that it's like really over the top, but then it almost kind of wore thin a little bit after a while. But fun concept where these people go to rob this house because there's a bunch of gold in it, and they find out that they're keeping a bunch of people under the stairs, and there's some weird stuff going on. So I'd still recommend people watch it. It's still good enough. I just didn't love it. On After 9 and Trash told you to check out, I talk about VHS Halloween I loved, Shelby Oaks, and Frankenstein. So check out those. I talked those more long in depth. Frankenstein, I think, is, I don't know what you'll be picking about it. Frankenstein might end up being my Golden Geeks pick. At first I thought it was going to be Bring Her Back, but Frankenstein, because I just think I have it in more categories like visual, score, multiple performances. So I was very happy we got in theaters, and it was a very good time. And then last night, me, Emily, and Taylor Madison, we saw they were playing Halloween, the original 1978 one here. So we got to see that in theaters. So I've seen Friday the 13th, and I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street. So this is one I've been wanting to knock off seeing on the big screen. It was fantastic to see it that way. Loved it. There's lots of great shots. There's still moments that hold up. I will say, I'm excited for whenever this retro happens, because at one point we had it planned and it never went through. So whenever there's another Halloween movie, but I feel like because I'd watched Halloween so much in my life that I know it, and I feel like there's so many years where whether we're carving pumpkins or doing stuff, it's just you put on, it's almost like a background movie. So I feel like I had not sat down in a long time and just start to finish, like I'm just gonna watch, just no distractions, no phone, no nothing, no kids, in a theater, biggest screen, and maybe that helps too, biggest screen possible. And there was definitely like this is the first time I watched the movie, and I couldn't give it like a 10 out of 10. My whole life, like, yeah,
that's not where I thought that was building up to.
No.
Okay,
My whole life,
is.
I just like, 10 how like it's a 10. It's a 10. I think like Halloween vibes and that type of stuff, it's still like a 10 that way. Just like a good feeling, like it's a Halloween movie, sure. But there's just some moment. I'll give you one in particular that I never caught before, where there's this guy. I think you know him, Dr. Loomis. You've probably seen him before. He's always the guy hunting Michael Myers. He's the bald guy. He's older. He was his doctor. And in this first movie, great idea. He's like, okay, I'm going to go to the Myers old place where he used to live, and I'm going to wait there in case Michael Myers shows up because he's broken out of the insane asylum. So it's like, this makes sense. Good plan. So, and he stands out this here for hours. But the thing is, Michael escaped from this insane asylum because he drove a car, and the car has a sticker of like, Haddonfield Mental Institution, blah, blah, blah. So he's Loomis is standing out here for the entire third act, and when stuff starts to pop off, a couple blocks down, he's chasing Jamie Lee Curtis, all this stuff. Eventually, Loomis looking around and he sees this car. The car is parked like, I don't know, 10 to 15 feet from him. So he's been out there for 3 to 5, like I'll say 3 to 2 hours. And because now Michael's on the kill doing stuff, he happens to see the car, and he's not just inside the house, Dylan. It's the house, there's bushes, and he's outside the bushes. The car is like 15 feet across from him. So you're telling me in 2 to 3 hours, he didn't just see this, because the second he sees the car, Dylan, he's like, that's the car, Michael's here. And he starts checking the neighborhood. But he was out there for 2 hours at least. I'm being generous, and he just happened to see. So the problem is, and I'm not getting into it, there was multiple times where that kept happening throughout this movie that I feel like I'd never noticed. I was like,
the logistics were a bit off.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, like this sucks. Like I was actively a little bummed on the drive home because me and Emily were talking about some things like, well, that was odd and that was odd. And again, it's so tough because this is 78. So like, obviously, like this is like when we see movies, we're like, oh, this is the first time they've done something like that. This is like it's not the first slasher movie, but one of the biggest first slasher movies to get out there. So it's like, of course, back then, it's almost like you didn't care because you were just seeing something. So it's like when Saw, the first time I saw Saw, when you watch it, for me, that's still like a 10 out of 10. But there's stuff you can pick apart. Oh, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, it was. I was caught off guard. I was a little disappointed, but I still had a great time because it was seen on big screen. But yeah, it was weird, but it was fun to see that a couple days before Halloween on the big screen. So yeah, that's what I've been watching. So
I mean, that's amazing that a movie you've seen this many times, you can have a new takeaway after that many times, even if it's not a good takeaway, like not a positive takeaway, I should say. That's, I don't know, that's quality, because maybe you'll come back next time and be like, actually, the logistics made sense because he was in his bush and he didn't have the eyeliner.
I'm going to look out for it this time now. Because now I'm like, oh, I'm having popcorn. There's only like 8 people in the movie theater. So everyone's kind of there's like not talking, but everyone's like, we've seen this movie before. It's not like so, but I felt like I was pretty focused on it. So, but yeah, it was cool. It was crazy, but no, still a fun time. It's a gorgeous looking movie. So, Superman Mike says The Long Walk could be a big Golden Geek contender. Highly recommend. Yeah, I saw he gave it a 4.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. It's on my list to get through next month. I got to catch up on some new movies. So, and then Espo says my first watch I gave Halloween like a 4 out of 5, but a more and more rewatch has gone to like the greatest horror movie of all time. Going to rewatch again tomorrow on Halloween. There you go. I thought it was there, and now
at some point, Esbubs, you'll have the turn like Travis, where you'll see these bushes in the car and things won't be lining up, and you'll go back to your 4 out of 5 maybe.
Maybe it's on the big screen or whatnot. You have to see it. But speaking of Halloween movies, this is going to get into my the 2 things I wanted to do here. So I have one thing where it's like a couple weeks ago, Dylan. Remember when I gave you the? Can I pull this? Oh my God, where's the screen share? Okay, I'm just going to have to bring this image in here. Give me 1 second. Oh my
image
God.
2 weeks ago. I'm not immediately recalling what you're referencing, so I don't know if this is good or bad that I don't remember.
I'm just trying to this is just messing me up. Okay, so I got to bring in the actual photo here. So a couple weeks ago, I think maybe even a month ago, probably. I'm probably lying to you.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, no, it was maybe last
September,
year.
Bro.
But remember, I showed you this thing. This was like the Build Your Perfect movie.
Yes, I do remember. That was months ago. It was
I said I could have been wrong on that. But let's see, can I find it here? Okay, so here we go. So I have this. It's not building the movie, but I want you, and this could help you because this might be. Oh my God! Of course, you got 100 photos. Hang on, I gotta delete one of these photos. Like you got too much StreamYard room.
We should never have 100 photos. That is true. I don't blame StreamYard.
But I wonder.
Say SBubs for that one, but StreamYard, I don't blame StreamYard.
Oh, you've got a lot of files. I just deleted one. So now I'm wondering if these Halloween ones are the ones that.
Oh, they're filling up our precious slots.
Yeah. Okay.
God,
so
damn it, StreamYard.
Let me find one more way to try to bring this up. So now
screen share your.
It's not letting me screen share. I have it in my notes, not in. Oh, I got it.
You could screen share a tab.
You got it.
Cool,
Boom. Here we go. We've done it enough time.
Nice.
So what this is, you get $15 You get $15. Now this could be easy for you because I don't know how many of these you've saw. So I'm gonna give everyone the movies while Dylan thinks about it. So it's a list. It's 5 rows of 4 movies. Dylan gets $15. They're all Halloween horror movies, etc. So in the $1 bin, you got Jason Goes to Hell, Purge Anarchy, Funny Games, no idea, Silver Bullet, and then at $2 you got Sleepaway Camp, Reanimator, Little Shop of Horrors, and Gremlins. $3 you got American Werewolf in London, Returning the Living Dead, They Live, Killer Clowns Out of Space, $4 Abigail, Doctor Sleep, Jennifer's Body, Tucker, Dale vs. Evil, and then $5 the big tier, Alien, Halloween, Scream, and Silence of the Lambs. So Dylan, you got $15. What are you gonna do?
So is the goal to just pick my favorites? Am I trying to make the scariest? Am I trying to make a good
whatever
Halloween
you would
marathon
pick.
sesh?
Yeah, whatever you would want.
Okay. So I will say, out of these, I've seen, of course, Alien. I've
Yeah.
seen Halloween.
Mhm.
I've seen Doctor Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that might be it. So I've only seen 3 of what, 20?
So then, if you pick those 3, then what do you think would be your best?
I'm not saying I'm going to pick those.
Oh, okay.
Because I just heard a review recently of Halloween, and apparently there's a lot of weird bushes and cars. And,
I still give it a 9 and 10. I
doctors.
still give it a 9 and 10.
Okay, Alien's a good movie. I feel like
Yeah.
I'd probably put Alien in there because I do enjoy that.
So you're down
Doctor
to $10.
Sleep, I got to give it a rewatch, but I don't think I'd put it in my list quite yet.
Mhm.
Silence of the Lambs feels like a big omission that I've never seen that. That feels like a mistake for sure.
Especially after Hannibal, I thought you would have maybe dove in because we were big
Yeah.
fans of that. But
So
I'm still
maybe I'll
waiting.
do that soon.
My perfect world. So maybe you don't have to watch it. My perfect world is when they announce season 4, and we can do a Hannibal Lecter retro where we do the seasons. We do all them. There's 4 movies. It would be glorious. But I think that's a fantasy world I live in.
Someday we'll get there. Okay.
Yeah.
$5 goes. I get 15. You said overall.
You get
right?
15. So you already spent 5 on Alien.
Okay, I'm gonna get Sleepaway Camp and Reanimator because I love the cover art for both of these.
Sleepaway
Especially
Camp would be a
Sleepaway
wild
Camp.
watch for you. I don't even want to say
Look
what it
at
is if you
that
ever
box
watch it.
art or cover
Yeah.
art. That is amazingly disgusting and weird.
Yeah. Okay. So now
So that puts me at $9.
yeah. You got 6 to spend. Is there 2
I got
3s you
6
got in
to
there?
spend. What's up with They Live? I can't really get much of a vibe off that.
So They Live is funny enough. John Carpenter, the same guy that directed Halloween. It's Roddy Piper, a wrestler, one of the greatest of all time. I have not seen in a while how he acquires said glasses, but the thing is, he has these glasses and he puts them on, and he can see which people are real and which people they have like a skeleton, like they're invaders or something like
Oh
that.
fuck yeah! Okay, that's one
Yeah.
on my list for
And
sure.
there's one of the greatest fight scenes of all time with him and Keith David. And you've probably heard this before as a classic
Talk
line.
me into it. I'm
He
picking it.
walks into a bank and he says, I'm here to do 2 things, chew bubble gum and kick some ass. And he goes, I'm all out of bubble gum. And that's where that
Oh, I thought
line
that
comes
was from
from.
Duke Nukem or something. But okay,
No,
that's
it's
good to know.
all from there. So yeah, it would be. I hope one day it comes up on like a Halloween retro for us to do. It's a very fun movie. I've not seen it in ages though. So
Okay, so I got $5 for Alien.
yeah,
2 Sleepaway Camp takes me up to 7. Reanimator up to 9.
Yeah.
They Live up to $12. So I have
So you
$3
got 3.
left. I think I'll do The Return of the Living Dead.
okay, good zombie flick.
Yep, and then I get. Wait, that's 15, isn't it?
That is, yeah. If you pick that one, yeah. So you're golden.
Actually, okay, I'll take it back because I didn't think that would take all my money. I'm actually going to take Gremlins. I've never seen it, but I'd like to. Gremlins
Okay.
characters, fun in Multiverses, a dead game.
Mhm.
And
That would break it up a little
Shop
bit
of
too.
Horrors
Like,
could
like
be
a
quite
fun.
fun too.
Yeah, that's a
But
fun one. It's
I need a
it's a
$1
musical.
pick. I need a freaky
Yeah.
$1 pick, and I'm trying to pick between Funny Games and Silver Bullet. What should I do? Do you think?
I would personally. I don't know if I've ever seen Funny Games. I would personally pick Silver Bullet. That Silver Bullet is on my list that I'm picking. It's a.
Okay, then I'll go Funny Games for a little bit of variety.
Okay,
Spice
there
of-
you go.
Spice of life. So I got Alien, I've got They Live, Sleepaway
Mhm.
Camp, Reanimator, Gremlins, Funny Games. That's my Halloween horror movie watch list.
That's a wild. So I got to ask for Gremlins. Where do you put that? Because that's more family friendly. Is that you start the night, end the night, or in the middle? If you're, let's say you're doing a Halloween movie night, you're watching all these. Gremlins more the family friendly one. What would you do with that?
Yeah, let me think. What's the scariest one I picked? Definitely not.
Maybe
I don't really
Alien.
know
If,
any of mine.
like if someone hadn't seen Alien, I think Alien like Lights Out can be scary. It's just, but if you've seen it, I don't think as scary, right? So
Yeah, I think you close the night with Alien. I don't know if that's a crazy
Yeah, the main
thought.
eventer.
I'm thinking we go 1 or 2 movies. Ideally, maybe the second scariest one. So let's say Sleepaway Camp is really scary. Sleepaway Camp, and then you go right into Gremlins after that. It's kind of like your
Okay.
little detox. It's a piece of ginger in between your next sushi roll. You know what I mean?
Okay, I like
Yeah.
that. Okay, so S-Bub's updated us on the glasses. He just finds the glasses in the box of a church, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's wild.
That sounds
Okay.
like a good fit.
Yeah, S-Bubs, he said he'd go with Gremlins, Killer Clowns, Halloween, and Alien. So there you go. So a couple crossover there.
Okay.
Mike says he'd go Alien, Doctor Sleep, Abigail, and Reanimator. He said easy. Easy. I had a tough time with this list.
Okay.
I did. So originally it was Alien, Halloween, and then what I do next. I still like.
Yeah, you don't have much chips after that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously my just last rewatch of Halloween made me like worry a little. Like this, like I might. I don't know if people in the chat, other people after listen to this, like tell me if it's sacrilege, but I think I'm still gonna do the chips. But like I think I like. To me, Scream. I like Scream more than Halloween. I think it's a better movie now after seeing Alien. So I think what I'm gonna do. And it's tough because Alien is a classic, but I almost like it's not exactly like Halloween vibes at the same time, right? Like I don't jump up like, oh, that's what I should watch for Halloween, even though it is a scary movie and I love it. Like that's a perfect sci-fi movie. But I'm going Scream for one of those. We're not just because we're talking about later, but Scream for one of those. I gotta go Doctor Sleep because I'm a big Shining guy. I like that. There's no Shining on this list, so that would, do with that. I got Ewan in there, got Rebecca Ferguson in there. So now I'm at
Can't go wrong.
now I'm at $9. And it's tough because Silence of the Lambs is a phenomenal movie. I just don't know if that would be, even though I just gave you some of my issues with it, I still think I'm gonna go Halloween because I think
It's a good pick.
I think the thing, even though they're both slashers, Scream is like you're listening to the dialogue. There's some fun jokes in there. Where Halloween, there's tons of downtime. There's minutes of just Michael staring at Laurie. Perfect for bathroom breaks or perfect for chatting and talking and stuff. So I'm gonna go there. And then my number $1 one would be Silver Bullet. That's the movie where Dylan, a priest is a werewolf. That's the
Priest is a werewolf. Okay.
Yeah, that's why he's unsuspecting. But
I
I'm
didn't,
actually
it looked like a werewolf, but I didn't know because like silver, that's kind of like a vampire weapon you use to take out a vampire, typically, right? Do werewolves are they also susceptible to?
I think they're also silver.
Okay. Cool.
Wait, no, I think it's just isn't where a vampire garlic staked the heart and sun?
I thought also silver, but maybe I'm thinking of werewolves. Maybe I don't know my lore well
Silver
enough.
kill vampires. I don't know what the AI is going to give me here. No, silver does not kill vampires in the most traditional folklore. Okay. It is common misconception that silver's often associated with killing werewolves, not vampires.
Oh,
so you just
okay,
Mandela
so I would
affected
be
yourself.
dead in a vampire apocalypse because I'd be whipping out the silverware when I should have been whipping out the garlic and the steaks and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. And so I'm actually a big defender of. I'm a big fan of that movie. There's a good nightmare sequence in there, scary stuff. So there you go. And then my other addendum here. I think this is gonna be easier, and I think that you're perfect because we just talked about this. Check out After 9 was fun. We went over the science scare list. There's some sort of organization that gets a bunch of people to watch movies for weeks on end upon the year, and they decide the 50 scary movies based on heartbeat and all this stuff, right? So I'm gonna give you. I don't know. Have you heard of Just Watch, the website?
That's not for showing, right?
Oh, no. So
no, I don't know. Just watch.
So Just Watch, it's tied in with Letterboxd, and I also use it all the time. That's the website where if you put in a movie, it'll tell you where it's streaming and everything like that.
Holy fuck! I need that in my life.
Yeah.
You know,
So
many times I Google things and then they're wrong. Is Just Watch correct most of the time for you?
I would say 90%. There's been the odd time, but
There's
I feel
like a
like
Canada drop down too.
yeah, every country. They got every
Oh,
country.
God,
yeah.
Just
So
Watch. I need
yeah.
this. Wow.
So I think the only times they've screwed up really is when it's like maybe there's a switchover, like it's the leaving days and they have it updated. But so they released the most popular streamed horror movies of this season. So and to narrow it down for you, there's only 10, and other than one movie, none of them are older than 2022. So I'm gonna see if you can get
Other
any.
than one, none of them are older than 2022.
Yeah, so Mike would be loving this list because he
This
he
is
hated
all
this game.
streaming services combined.
Yeah. So it's all of them. So these are the movies that have been streamed the most this October.
Okay,
This
Weapons
Halloween
is top
season.
10.
Weapons is not top 10, but to be fair, it just hit streaming last week. So
Okay.
yeah, so there you go. So I bet that could be on next.
I definitely watched it streaming like a month ago, but okay.
But did you watch it
I
on
don't know how
Plex? I don't know if they're counting that. Yeah, I think they're
Okay.
counting like because now it's on Crave, so I think they're counting like
Okay. Damn.
the official. Yeah. So, but good pick. There
Is
is
Sinners? Does Sinners count?
Sinners is here. Sinners is number
Okay.
6. So there you go.
Sinners is number 6.
Yeah.
So of course I'm thinking about immediately what's hot topic, what's top of mind right now.
Mhm. I think you could get all these except for one. I'll say that.
Oh my God, you're giving me a lot of credit. All right, so the old one,
Mm-hmm.
is it just like Halloween that we were just talking about that?
No, I'll give you a hint.
Hey,
Let
give
me
me a
just.
hint, yeah.
So it would be watched because. So it's still in the 2000s. I'll give you 2 hints. It's still in the 2000s and would be watched because that franchise is coming back or may have come back.
Okay, well Scream is coming back. Is it? But it wouldn't be just like a random Scream, would it?
It's not random screen. No.
Oh jeez. Wouldn't be a random alien, which is kind of sort of coming back. You're probably giving me too much credit by saying I'm gonna like get all of these.
I think you'd get the other ones.
I think
the
if
oldest
this is
movie's
a video
tough.
game question, yes, I have it locked. But okay, I can't think of that one.
So the oldest one on this list is 28 Days Later. So that makes sense because maybe 28
Yep.
years people are
I'm
like
actually-
even
Really though.
me too. But I'm like even Mike. He said he watched for the first time. So I bet there's a lot of people that maybe like, hey, I've never
Cool.
seen this movie,
Good for
right?
that
And
movie.
you know,
That's
so
great.
that was number 3 on the list. So pretty high.
Yeah.
So
All right, I'm going off the science list.
okay,
I think a Smile or a Smile 2 or both might be on here.
neither.
Guys, these are top 10 scariest movies of all time. You gotta... Fuck. Okay, is the Juice on there? Beetlejuice.
No, that's oh yeah, even the sequel is not. No, I'll say
Yeah.
all these are not family friendly as well. So if that helps you out, there's no like Hocus Pocus or Beetlejuice. It's all I think all this stuff is R rated.
Jeez, Louise.
And I'll lie, I think there's one other one you wouldn't get. So I'm sorry about that. But
I don't think there's another one I'm gonna get.
okay, let's see if you get one more. I'll give you a hint that one of these was a Golden Geeks nominee last year
Oh God, last year was the year.
for best film, not just overall like best film. It was in the top 5.
Top 5.
Mm-hmm.
How about Bring Her Back? Is that in the top 10?
No, but Talk to Me is at number 2, so you're in the ballpark.
Talk
so
to Me is number 2. Wow.
yeah, that's pretty good, right?
That's cool.
You want to tap and I'll give you
Oh,
a list?
I wish I could be more fun and actually have better answers, but I just am drawing a blank right now. I
That's
need more-
okay.
Can you give me
I
some
thought we were
hints?
gonna have more
You have-
people.
You have like some hints. Like, did we talk about
Okay,
these
so I'll say
series
the
already?
I'll say the Golden Geeks one is female led, the one from last year.
I need a Taylor or a Kirkland here to bounce ideas.
I know
off of,
that's
yeah.
it was supposed to be a 3-man activity.
This is a
so that's
great
why,
topic,
you know.
and I'm just failing you right now. But yeah,
That's okay.
I can't pull these. I have the encyclopedic brain I have. I got the video game stuff locked, but there's not enough space for movie stuff. So
But you were starting on a good thing with you got Sinners, you got Weapons, and with Bring Her Back, you got close. But okay, so we'll go down the 10 to up. So number
Sure.
10 is X. Number 9 is Nope.
Forgot about
So
that.
I'm happy to see Nope on
Trilogy.
there. That's
Nope.
great. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
number 8 is Pearl. I will say that even though it's my favorite, zero Maxine on the list. So Pearl and X, I guess, are
I
which
just
makes
didn't
sense.
think that-
Maxine's not
that
as
trilogy
scary.
Was
but
that popular to really be like a top 10 streaming?
So I think 2 things. I think people with horror movies do like the sex, drugs, and rock and roll element. X has that. X is it's a porn movie, right? So there's there's titties, there's nudity, like that sort of thing. So I think that's why it gets there.
I suppose because
and
Long Legs, that's a great suggestion. Is
Long Legs
on there?
is on there. I'll wait till we get there,
Got
but
his
it is
Long
on
Legs
there.
on,
Yeah.
okay.
And Pearl, I don't know why. Maybe that's just because maybe people just digging Mia Goth. Maybe she's become like a scream queen, right? You know, Pearl and X.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So we got X at 10, Nope at 9, Pearl at 8. This is the one I didn't think you'd get. Late Night with the Devil at number 7. That was that talk show
Wow.
one. Yeah. kind of surprised by that. But 6 was Sinners. This was another one I didn't think you'd get because even though I think you enjoy the movie, I was surprised by this. Number 5 was The Menu.
That's a horror movie. You're telling me.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It is kind of horror. It's more thriller, but
that's not a movie I have top of mind ready to go anyway. But yeah, I don't think of it as a horror movie. I guess.
I think of a thriller.
It's a thriller. Yeah.
The reveal's scary, like what they're doing, right? So, Mike doesn't like this list. Sounds very sus, but
I like that this list, and the one we did on Aftermath are like at least based on stats, and they feel more wrong than the more vibes based ones.
I was gonna say, Mike, I sometimes don't even think it's the way they're doing it. I bet it could just be that people, like the people viewing these things, they want, I want to watch new stuff, or even the scare people might go, old movie, like it could be the
Late
audience.
Night with the Devil. Like, that's crazy to me. That's a top 10er.
Yeah, I wonder too if it's just like on a lot of streaming services or something. Like maybe. I don't know. And then so number 4 is Long Legs. So there you go. 3 is 28 Days Later. Number 2 is Talk to Me. And then number 1, this one I was trying to give you hints about. I feel like you'll be a little mad when I tell you. The Substance at number 1.
I'm not mad at myself just because once again my brain and this memory stuff, it's not great, but. Yeah, I guess that's when I think horror movies. I don't think of substance, but if you ask me to describe it,
horrific.
I would. It's horrific. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I suppose, and I agree with this. He says these picks all sound legit, like people based on what I hear from the GI people watching. Because you got to remember too, a lot of these, like obviously Conjuring made $500 million, like good for Conjuring. But a lot of these horror movies, like when I watched, because we were watching Halloween, and me and Emily are an hour into 28 years later because she likes that franchise, but she didn't get to see it. So we're watching it. It's on Crave right now. So of course we didn't get to finish it. Tired. I'll finish another night. Of course, Halloween. They're showing Bone Temple trailer. I'm like, oh, you might want to close your eyes for some of this. She's like, what do you mean? Like, and I'm like, oh, it's the second part. She's like, second part. I'm like, yeah, they're doing a trilogy. She's like, a trilogy. And that's where it's like with her and she is with me, but I don't talk about all this stuff. But even when I pulled it up, because she asked me like how successful it was and if we're going to get the trilogy. And I remember I looked up and it made 150 million, which is still good. But you got to remember, like, I feel like with the horror movies, that stuff, tons of GA don't see it opening weekend. Like I feel like there's the select horror movies like the Conjuring one where it's like, oh, this is the last Conjuring movie, sure. But I think that's why a lot of these people catch up on stream like the horror movies later, or if they do like watching with a group of friends at Halloween or this and that, right? So I feel like I'm with S-Bubs where people that aren't like in our sphere, I feel like they're catching this stuff years later. They don't need, or they don't want to go to the theater. They don't want to go to the theater and see like, oh, perfect, we can quiz this man. So
yeah, you should. Because Taylor, I'm guessing you didn't hear this quiz, but I would love if Taylor could have it. But then afterwards, Travis, I want to cross-reference how many of things on this list. Okay, actually, I don't want to spoil it. I was gonna say Okay.
Well, Taylor wasn't there for After 9. He doesn't know.
Oh,
remember?
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm very curious how much crossover, because I feel like what we were talking about there was not really on that scare list, like other than like maybe 3 or 4 of them or something. Which feels like that should have almost 100%. I don't know. Maybe there isn't a correlation there, but I just felt like there were so many new things on that list.
Yeah,
that you would think it would connect, but
which makes sense. Like even the number 1 though, I feel like that's not like a heartbeat one, right? Like I think it's horrific, but it's not like I was never scared during that movie. It was more like intrigued, like, oh, what's gonna happen next? It was I
don't think they would put that in front of the people to test against, right? Because I don't think they would think of it in that category.
Yeah. We will intro this person in a second here. Superman says every millennial watches Hocus Pocus on repeat. It should be in there. Yeah, but
not this millennial.
I don't even know, like, do they count that as a horror movie though? Like, I know it's a kids horror, but I don't think of Hocus Pocus. I think if it's like a fantasy movie that's on Halloween. Like, I don't know if it's a horror
Yeah, like Halloween
movie.
Town's not a horror movie.
No, it's just about Halloween, But it's the same thing at Halloween Town. And I do agree with that, but the whole X trilogy pretty much blew up only through streaming, which I agree, because I feel like that's where I saw the first one. But we are joined.
I just don't know if I've met a single person in the real world that knows any of the movies from that trilogy.
Me either, actually.
Yeah.
I should start asking people. I'll have to ask... I'll ask my mom and I'll ask my sister. Those are my 2 go-to. But we are joined by, did I make the cut? Mr. Taylor Field. How's it going?
I made it. Oh, my goodness. Got the cats here. Cat peed all inside their crate. I had to fucking bathe the cat and unload shit.
Yeah.
But I'm here just for you guys.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next week with the Prayer Badlands review.
Oh,
This is a
fuck.
fun episode. I'll hit you with these two things, then we'll get to news because this. But me and Dylan, we're skipping for what we've been watching.
We haven't even
Taylor.
gone to news yet.
We haven't got to
Taylor.
news, so
Oh,
but
good.
we'll it's fine. So Taylor, I had these two Halloween things for us and stuff. So one, I'm going to give you this and tell me what you would choose. I did this a couple weeks ago with Dylan, and now we did this tonight. This is you have $15, Taylor. Tell me what you're picking.
$15.
Yeah, what you picking here? Give me Taylor a list.
Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is actually really funny.
It is funny, yeah. Would you pick that though and spend $4 on it?
$4 is pretty steep.
Yeah.
So I think I can eliminate everything in the $1 row, the $2 row, and the $3 row. Well, Killer Clowns.
You can't do that though because you'll have $1 over though maybe.
Unless you pick three from the top row.
Yeah.
Do that if you want.
Oh, I love that original Alien, but I think I could live without it because I feel like I'd go with the Halloween, and I think I'm biased because I just saw Halloween.
Mm-hmm. I feel them.
What about when that guy is in the bushes and there's the car 15 feet away?
In Halloween?
Don't worry about it. Okay.
I think I'm gonna do Halloween for $5.
Okay.
I'm gonna do
Halloween.
Abigail for $4 because that movie is absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
So I'm at $9, and then I'll do Doctor Sleep as well for $13.
Okay. 2 4s. Okay.
13.
Then you got $2. See, you almost
got
took out.
$2.
You were like, "Oh, get rid of the $2," but now you can either pick 2 1s or 1 2. You got Jason in there in one. You like your Jasons.
You must be a big Gremlins guy, right, Taylor?
There's a place in my heart for it. The Jason one, that's
That was a
Jason
no,
Goes to
if I've ever
Hell.
heard one.
Yeah, it's one of the worst ones. It's where he just possesses people. Jason's in the movie only for about 5 minutes.
Remind me of the Purge Anarchy. That's the one with
Never seen it.
Crossbones.
I never finished it. I started watching it last year, and I
believe it.
still have not finished it. I don't know
What
why
is
it's a
that
$1
actor's
because I
name?
think people Frank Grillo.
Yeah, if
Kirkland's
hang
here
on,
guy.
I'm gonna confirm
Yeah.
if that's the one, because if it is, then I'm picking that for $1 for sure.
Or is that just Purge 2, maybe? I don't know. Because I can't remember, but
Yeah, he's in that. Okay, that's the one where he like goes on a rampage. Yeah, so that's for $1 for sure.
I'm
So I need
surprised that's
one
for
more.
$1. That was like a better movie than a
It
buck.
was
but
better than the first one.
I didn't finish
So,
it, but
You know what? And just because I've never seen it, but it's probably a werewolf, I'll do Silver Bullet for my last $1.
Good
you
pick.
should watch Silver Bullet. It is. I won't spoil the twist because I don't think Dylan's gonna see it, but you should watch it at some point. There's a really good twist about the werewolf. So
Oh.
yeah. And then Taylor, can you give me? Because I just hit this with Dylan, so Dylan's gonna not spoil it. But can you give me on?
Mine's so bad, Taylor.
Do you know what he got? A couple. You got close enough. Do you know what Just Watch is, Taylor?
Just Watch?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, it's a website that just tells you where you can watch things and everything like that. They took the
That was not part
stats.
of the trivia. That
Oh,
was
No,
okay.
yeah.
Unrelated.
No. They took some stats about the top 10 most streamed horror movies of the season. So I'm going to ask you what they are, but I can give you a hint that other than one movie on this list, they're all 2022 or newer, or like past that.
Really?
Yeah. And the
2022 or
older
newer.
movie is still in the 2000s as well.
Okay, well, one is definitely The Conjuring.
No.
What?
Which I
Not
would
in the
think it
top
would be
10?
on there, but
Holy shit. Okay.
Of this, specifically this season.
yeah.
All right. Let's see. Hereditary? Or is that
No.
after? That's before.
wish.
Sorry. Yeah.
It was before, but it wasn't on there either. So
After 2022.
well, no, 2022 and on. There's still some
2022
22s in there. Yeah.
Okay. Smile 2.
No, Dylan also guessed that as well. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna give you 3 more guesses, and then I'm gonna read this off.
Okay. What other horrors did we got that came out? Barbarian.
Nope.
Oh,
Dylan did do. You did do better than Taylor, so yours are a bit closer. I was gonna say. So
your words, not mine.
What's another one? that-
Taylor's doing some.
I did
hard
ask for
picks,
a
that's why.
fuck ton of hints, though. To be fair.
Can I give me another hint then? If I got.
Well, I
hints?
only gave him. Okay, so I'll give him the same 2 hints. That the one that's older is a franchise that is returning or has returned. So people would be watching the first one and be like, "Oh, what's this about?" And then. No. Remember, 2000s. It's still 2000s. The older
Nothing
one.
in the 1900s.
It's the aughts. Yeah. Nothing past 2002. I'll say. There you go. And then the number
Wait,
one
you
movie.
said 2022. I thought after onwards.
Okay, so every movie but one of them is 2022 and on. There's one movie older than that, but that's still in the 2000s. There's no movies in the 90s,
So
80s.
9
70s.
movies are 2022 on, and
Yeah.
one movie is before 2022.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to help you, so I don't know why you need this clarified. And then the other hint I gave him was about the number one movie that I said it was a movie from last year, Golden Geeks Best Picture, female-led.
A movie you enjoy.
That I enjoy.
Did he? Yeah? Okay.
I thought he did.
I think we all did to varying degrees, but I couldn't remember.
Well, there's just a certain actor in it.
Fuck, I don't know.
Okay. No more guesses at all for any of these?
Abigail.
This year, you have a movie from
Nope.
this year, big movie. You love this movie.
From
Again,
this
I'm
year.
assuming. Yes.
Yeah. There you go. That's another good hit.
From this year, 2025.
Probably a Golden Geek top fiver would be my
Sinners?
guess. As someone who's
Sinners.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought about that, but I thought, no, if we're thinking
Number
like
6.
horror, there's other horrors that go above that, I feel like. In terms of
But it's
new and
it's-
hot,
it's
though.
new. It's new
Yeah.
and fresh. Yeah.
I guess. Weapons isn't even on there, I bet.
Weapons just went to streaming last week, though, as I informed Dylan. So that would
A little
not
too
be enough
fresh.
time.
I did
yeah.
guess that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
got
what's
one
this
more.
list? Oh, I got one
Okay.
more? Okay. 2022. Okay. Midsommar. Is that?
No, it's
After.
not.
Nice pick.
Yeah,
Damn.
but not on there. Okay, so the top 10. So number 10 is X. Number 9 is Nope. Number 8 is Pearl. Number 7 is Late Night with the Devil. Number 6 is Sinners. Number 5 is The Menu. Number 4 is Long Legs. Number 3 is 28 Days Later. That's the 2002 one, that the older one people are looking at. Number 2 is Talk to Me. And then number 1 was The Substance.
The Substance is a horror movie?
It definitely is. If you think about that
When
third
you think
act,
about it
list.
long enough, it is. But it's
Yes.
it's too artsy to be a horror movie. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
agree.
There you go. All right. We're going to take an ad break. We'll be right back. We are back. Head down below for everything you know. We haven't even done links, Taylor. That's where we're going. Everything you need to know.
Timing.
Patron there. Obviously, it's live now, but Shining, our Halloween retrospective, is live on all the feeds. So check out that. Biggest thing, November 8th. Click on the link. You got all the schedule, the details, all the events we're doing, the unlocks, how to help us raise funds for BC Children's Hospital. We're staying up for 24 hours. Please check it out and say that's just confirmed today. We've been sitting on it for a while working out the details, but the trivia battle this year, oh my god, I didn't know what was happening. I forgot this man has access, but the trivia battle is, I guess, my team, but it's Team GeekVerse versus Team Chris and Team GUA, and I will bring him in here for a second because this is just a wild night now. Chris Balga has joined,
Hey, man.
unbeknownst to
Hello,
me.
Chris.
What are you
Yeah.
doing, crashing my show?
I mean, you took over Marvel Alliance, and you say you have access. Well, why
been
can't I
lurking in
have
the
access
shadows.
and come back on your show to, you said you wanted an answer.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. I'll give you the floor.
I gave some sort of answer and said that, we'll see what I decide. I mean, I talked about how you're putting me at odds with my wife's birthday weekend with this challenge.
Ooh.
Well, that's where you have to be. Are you, brave enough and bold enough to live up to the challenge and do it? You got to come to battle. You don't get to lay the battleground. The battleground comes to you, and it's just a question if you answer the call or not.
How
Chris.
big does your ego need to get?
I don't know if it can get any bigger,
big.
but I have to take umbrage to you saying that I take over Marvel Alliance. Marvel, like that show exists, lives and breathes because of me. There'd be no Marvel Alliance without me. You've carried the torch. Don't get me wrong, it's going, but it's alive because of me. I am one of the fathers. I might have left country. I might have another family, but I'm still the father of said show.
Oh,
you
wait a
know?
minute. You said one of the fathers.
You're the other father. I can't not say that, but still my
It's a
child.
real mixture of fathers. Yeah.
So what are we doing? What are we doing, Chris? Are you stepping up? You gonna be leading a team come Extra Life next weekend? Trivia battle?
You come on and you leave your jokes and saying about giving thanks and I mean Canadian Thanksgiving, my Thanksgiving, we give thanks, we make sure that that we understand where we place on pedestals and that, but you know, as he sees the name, is the man without fear. You know?
Oh, okay.
And the idea of, you know, putting respect where respect is due and understanding where we all rank. I will accept your challenge.
Okay. I'm very ready for that. I'm ready to assemble the team. I'm ready to let people know that yes, that's happening next weekend, November 8th, 5 p.m. PST. And just to quote, you say you're the man without fear, just to quote the classic 2003 film, How to Kill a Man Without Fear. You put the fear in him, said by the great Colin Farrell, known as Bullseye. And that's what we're going to be doing next weekend, putting the fear into you, Chris. So,
Well, okay. Well, I look forward to it, and y'all have a good night.
all right, you too.
ya.
We'll see you
Bye,
next
Chris.
weekend.
Bye, Chris.
Later.
Man, can't wait to just
I thought it was
put him over
Kirkland
the
joining
coal.
for a second.
Me too. And I was like, what's this man doing? But it scared me more because Chris had been quiet. I challenged him about a week ago and nothing, but there you go. It's going to be Team GeekVerse versus Team Geek Cult Alliance. Team Chris, Team Traz
Ooh.
next week.
Okay.
And,
Are you drafting us?
You have to. You got to. Did you hear it? He's drawing the line. He's drawing the line.
on you. I didn't hear
What?
him call me.
You got to
out.
back me up. You're my boys. you got to back me
Sorry,
up.
is
You
it a
gotta-
trivia? Is it trivia battle? I think I missed that.
It is trivia. And as
Taylor,
long,
we got to brush up on our movies because we just totally fumbled that.
Well,
Halloween ranking.
Yeah.
I'm taking this off because I'm getting hot now. I will say though, because I made we'll do it after, or we'll do an
2022 films trivia only.
we'll do after 9 and top. Those are bread and butter. The trivia battle
Top
this
streaming
year.
horror movies that aren't actually horror movies.
The trivia battle this year and hosts and people has been like all over the place. But I will say, so this year it's gonna, if everything works out, it's gonna be Marvel, DC, and video games. Star Wars is taking a year off. And I'm not going to announce who's hosting the video games one night now because I'm going to confirm with her this weekend that she is good to go. Dylan would know. You had her on side quest while I was gone. Yeah. So because last year we floated out, someone's like, "Oh, we should."
nothings in her ear, and
Yeah.
we'll win the gaming section.
Because last year someone's like, "Oh, we should do video games." I'm like, "Oh, we'll change it up." So I think that's what I'm going to do next year and years after is kind of like do rotating stuff. But it was a mess. But man, what a wild show! Taylor wasn't here. Chris is here. This has just been all over. Extra Life, November 8th. Be there. It's going to be a great time. That's going to be a fun trivia battle. There's going to be a lot of personalities there. So look out this week. I'll announce all the rosters. Okay, let's get into this. I'm not doing fudging like what is it called?
You seem a little hot and bothered right now. I feel like Chris got in your head a little bit, Travis.
I'm not going to say get on my head, but I for sure was not
You had to
prepared.
take the little vest thing off.
I did. Yeah, I was
And what's
not.
Han Solo without a vest? You know.
This is right before he gets in the kryptonite. He's just a man. But I did, especially he's Eastern time. He's Eastern, and that man's a principal. He should be going to bed. That's what, 10, 11,
Halloween
12?
for him.
It's Halloween. Yeah, so it's about to be 1 a.m. there. He's going to deal with a bunch of kids run around costumes tomorrow. But, that means he's taking it seriously. So that's fine. I'm ready. I'll brush up. It's not like I'm busy doing anything else, So I'm going to make no, parallels. We're just going to go through these topics and get at it. C-Tier Plus rumor this week. We kind of knew about this before. They talked about, hey, Nintendo's very happy with their partnership with Universal and Illumination. So plan is obviously, we've talked about this months before, where they haven't announced this publicly, but the Donkey Kong does have copyright trademark. Like that movie's happening. They're working on it right now. Supposedly, the two other movies that are going into pre-production, just being developed right now actually, is Princess Peach and Luigi Mansion. And just like we talked about, but I feel like we all were like maybe unsure after Mario because just the way they did it, and they even did a stage and they were like, oh, maybe they scratched the itch. No, it sounds like the plan is that they're going to introduce these movies and introduce other Nintendo characters and lead to a Smash Bros. Movie. They did not say this person did say they got more details coming, so maybe we'll know the next newscast, but they didn't say other franchise, this or that. I don't know if the Smash Bros. Movie literally could just be, we're just going to do it to the Mario characters first, but Dylan, obviously it's something we've wanted and talked about, but now that I feel like we're actively hearing some C+ tier rumors, I'm getting a little excited that this might be, because we know these movies are going to make money, so I feel like it's not like can we get there? It's like, I think we're golden there. But yeah, how do you feel about those two movies being in development? And then two, like, what do you do the Smash Bros. Movie? Because obviously you're not going to have Cloud and Metal Gear. Like, it's going to be very different in a movie sphere, right? Because they only have like a big sandbox still, but still limited because it's just Nintendo. But yeah, what were your thoughts on some of this going on?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think back too, because I know obviously the Smash Bros. Thoughts have been circling, but I don't know if we've really had that rumored before. I feel like that's more just like fans want that, right? Does that sound accurate?
That's why I put it in the nose. The no. That's why I put it in the news because no like actual scoop of any merit has put out the word Smash Bros. So that's why it's like,
Right.
oh, okay. So
And the best we got here is a little C+, which, not,
yeah,
not
exactly.
It's a better grade than me and Taylor got on that quiz just now, but it's not a great grade that you want to see for things that you want to see happen. I don't know. In terms of this all leading to a Smash Bros thing, it doesn't really seem to make sense to me. And obviously, I'm starting with the Smash stuff because I'm a Smash Bros fiend. But yeah, it's like, okay, we've already been introduced to all of these characters, so even if they're getting their own movies, that just kind of seems like it leads back to a Mario movie, not really like a Smash Bros movie. Like we've already had Luigi. Peach had kind of a bit of a journey already in that first movie, and she's probably going to be in the sequel. Donkey Kong maybe won't be in the sequel movie, especially if he's in his own thing going on.
Bonanza?
So that one, what's that?
Like, I was joking that it'd be called Bonanza, like the movie as well,
That would be fun. I would
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, so I don't know if the Smash Bros part of this makes sense. I feel, and it's funny if you look at like the MCU format which I don't know, they don't have to follow that template, of course, but wasn't it like 5 movies before the first Avengers, which is like
Yeah.
5 or 6, something like that, right? And
Iron
then-
Man, Iron Man 2, Hulk, Thor, Cap.
Boom! Look at this
Yeah.
trivia god over here. But if we're looking at like this Mario universe, it's like what you get: Mario 2, Donkey Kong, Luigi, Peach, Smash Bros. It doesn't really
That's your 5. That
doesn't
makes
really
sense.
make
though.
sense though.
Yeah.
Then you just get a Mario movie sequel with all these characters. Like I guess you could just I don't know if Star Fox is getting a movie, so you just chuck them in the Smash Bros. Movie. That's fine. But I feel like you need to do a bit more groundwork before you do an actual Smash movie. But I don't really know what you do because Zelda's going ahead live action, so that seems like it's kind of I don't know if that would line up, but that feels like the next biggest IP. I think Pokemon would be another huge one if they can make that happen. But once
Yeah.
again, the rights there. With it not
Tricky.
technically being Nintendo, it's kind of a weird space, but I feel like they would kind of need that, and that would be huge. And I think it'd be cool if they made a new Pokemon movie, not a Detective Pikachu style, but a full animated one that has a similar art style, the illumination stuff, and that kind of connects to Mario stuff like that. You could do that. You could do Mario versus Pokemon or something. Mario goes to Kanto. I don't know. You could do something like that, and that would be a huge movie, and people would be interested in that. And maybe that's a bit easier to get away with. So I guess I'm just trying to keep my expectations extremely low because I just don't think this Smash thing. I just feel like we're too many years away from that, so I'm trying not to get too excited for that. And then I don't know, Peach movie. Okay, interesting.
I bet there's two. I have two minds that I wonder if it's just a Peach and you introduce Daisy, other people like that, or do you do it doesn't excite me, but do you do almost like a prequel because they talked about her whole adventure, right? I wonder if it's like a prequel sequel where
Maybe do
part
some
of it-
flashbacks more so
Yeah,
rather than full on
because
prequel.
they went over that quickly, right? Of I grew up here and I trained here, that's a whole first act if you want it to be, right? Of her in
Yeah.
the Mushroom Kingdom. Here we come.
And yeah, I mean, Luigi's mentioned 3, the most recent game in the series, biggest one in the series, but. Do you make a movie about that?
Absolutely.
Does that get butts in seats, do you think?
Absolutely. I think it was
Take your
you
bias
too.
out of it. Do you think it actually
Yes.
do you think it's a $1 billion movie though? The
Um,
expectations have been set extremely high with Mario being a $1 billion movie.
But I don't think Peach is a $1 billion movie either, though. And I don't even know if Donkey Kong is too. That's the thing. So that's where it's I don't know anyone but the big
Yeah.
M is the big B. You
Maybe
know,
Zelda if they did an animated one. I don't know if this live action one's hitting a billy for that. But
yeah, because the rumors there's still there's supposedly a live action and animated Zelda movie. That's the rumor. They haven't
and
clarified
I actually
in
think
a
it's
while.
a fine
but-
way to go about it. It's
Yeah.
messy, but hey, if you're already making this live action one, but then okay, Mario makes $1 billion, yeah, let's just double down on it.
Mhm.
I think that could be a good way to go. I will say, out of all those, because Peach, I don't really know what you do. Obviously, Peach has had the DS game, and then she had Showtime recently.
Mhm.
I don't know if you go that route for the story. I don't know if you want to do something new. But I think just Luigi's Mansion, even just the premise of that first game, that's a story right there. And I
Yeah.
think there's a solid narrative, even more narrative than any main Mario game, really. I just think it sets itself up. Brother's missing. I got to go in the scary place. I got to find some confidence. You bump into crazy ghosts who have fun little backstories. You bump into Egad, who's voiced by, I don't know, give me a good Egad voicing.
Bill
guys.
Hader.
You get Bill Hader in there as Professor Egad, a little suka. I could see him doing that, and boom. I think that's a great movie, but I don't know if it's what Nintendo, who are just trying to make as much money as possible. I don't know if that's a moneymaker.
I think to me that I don't know if it makes $1 billion. I think it could. I think how to have to answer that question is I need to see a release date. I think that has to be October. I think that is a perfect go take the family to a scary movie,
Like
but
they
it's
do with all the
not.
Luigi's Mansion games, release it on Halloween Day. Like,
Yeah, not so much that, but like, or even late September, the way they did with Beetlejuice 2, right? Like that was a big hit, and that's like family friendly type of horror stuff. So I like my bias is there, of course, but I agree with you where to me it's just like that. I feel like can actually get a story. My pitches, I was pitching this to Emily. This is what they should do because obviously in the first Mario movie, we got the end credit of Yoshi, and the end credit, one of the end credits for Mario 2 should end with Mario getting kidnapped by King Boo. And man, oh, I'll get that rock clip at some
that'd be
point.
cool.
That's how you set up. And plus, we haven't seen the boos yet, right? And that to me is like a very iconic thing in Mario. Like that, we didn't see any boos in the first Mario, right?
God.
And I
I
just feel like,
trust Taylor, and he's shaking that head.
yeah, you're shaking that no.
Because like you go to the mansion, not the
That's a
mansion, but
lot
the
of
spooky
pause.
castle, right, with Luigi. But it's just the Shy Guys. There's no
Yeah.
booze in there.
So that to me, and I also just think because the games are so successful, that to me is probably the blueprint of, well, people like these games, they'll go there. But I'm saying go with that end credit, everyone in the theater.
Chills.
And you could get $1 billion. So I think that could happen. I think Peach, sure, you got Anya Taylor-Joy. I think, like I said, that would just be spam to like make Toad a bigger character, Daisy a character. Even you could, I hate to say this, but I bet you could even somehow introduce Wario and Waluigi there. Like that could be a place that I know they're not tied all the time to Peach, but you could just add people like that. I think though, what I was gonna say, I hate to say it is, Dylan, I think the same way for me that I all the time now complain that the movie Avengers, we're never gonna get like just an Avengers of 6 members. It's like Infinity War, Endgame, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. Now Avengers is just the term for a crossover movie. I think that's what they'll use Smash Bros for. Smash Bros, like I'm not saying they're not going to be fighting. I'm not even saying their hand's not going to be there and we'll get other characters. But I feel like Super Smash Bros is almost just going to be code for, oh, that's when Mario, Donkey Kong, Daisy, somebody else like Captain, Clay was one, Captain Falcon, which, Clay, Star Fox has a better chance than Captain Falcon making it.
Like,
But that's what I
you're
think.
right. If they get Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda, and Pokemon, I think they could like punch that through, and that's good to go.
Oh yeah, and I do want to, not tonight because we're long in the tooth, but one bread and butter. I do want us to do like what would be a movie roster, like keep it to a limited amount, but what we actually feasible think could make it there, because even Pokemon, same thing. If it's there, it's great, but if legality gets in, I don't know if they would make it in. I actually don't think Pokemon would make it into this movie. I don't know how that would work.
Really?
I don't know if they. Yeah, I don't know because they're doing their own
It's a
movies
money
now.
machine. Think about it. Then you get some merch going on with like the new looks that you had in this movie.
But what if they want too much
soundtrack,
money?
that freaking vinyl is gonna just fly off shelves.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I my prediction is it wouldn't happen. That'd be my hard read. But Taylor, how do you feel about some of this stuff?
I mean, you had me at Luigi's Mansion. I think that's not going to be a $1 billion movie, but it's going to be up there. I think it's going to be like a Jurassic World 800,000 or 800 million.
That's bad.
Yeah. 800 million kind of range there. I think it would make more money if it releases in October for sure.
Has to. Yeah.
But I love the idea of just that first game, like you were saying, Dylan. That's a story right there. It's great, and they could just pull from that and make that the movie. It's perfect, and just the whole family of ghosts that are in there, like the baby and the guy eating the food, and like the musician guy. Like there's so many cool different personalities that they could get different big names for, right, to voice these characters. I'd be so on board for that, and I think that would. Oh man, that would just be great. That'd be so fantastic. I think it would be a good way to set it up too, where maybe you don't even show the booze or show Mario get kidnapped. It's just like, oh, the end of the next Mario movie, Mario is missing. Like we don't know what happened to him, and then it's like, oh, here's the next story in this adventure. Luigi wins his mansion, and he goes there, and then you realize, oh god, he finds Mario at the end. Holy shit! Like that would be pretty sweet. As far as like the Peach one, I don't know what you do for a story. You could do like the prequel kind of setup where she's coming to the Mushroom Kingdom and she's training, but I don't think there's enough substance there. I mean, maybe there's like a pre-existing relation with Bowser that you could tap into because Bowser's familiar with her.
Oh,
and is
that's
aware,
true. Or you could
but-
do like what Gun's doing right now. You know how he's gonna do like the Superman Lex team up. You could easily do Peach and Bowser gotta team up, especially with the whole Peaches
yeah.
song. Like, you can get another Jack Black Peaches like Redux or another like you could and then you could bring in more. That's a Bowser Jr. movie right there. Like you could bring in tons of the Bowser crew that way. Actually,
I think if they did Peach for movie, I could see them doing sports. The Mushroom Kingdom's hosting like a sports tournament competition. Then you got like a couple other kingdoms coming along to play,
Yeah,
and
you get a
Bowser's
lot of
like, I'm
characters
gonna
that way.
compete
Daisy's
too.
Kingdom comes in.
Daisy's Kingdom, yeah. So I think you could get something kind of like that set up, or maybe with Peach, it's like a Delfino Plaza kind of thing. Peach is going on vacation. She's going to Delfino
Ooh,
Island.
nice summer movie. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be super, super awesome. But with
just do
Donkey-
Sunshine, but with her. Like I don't think
Yeah,
we're
I'd take
already
it.
we're already going to Galaxy, so I don't think we're getting Mario Sunshine. So if they do Peach Sunshine, I'll take that all day.
Yeah.
I'll take that
you
for
know?
sure.
How about this idea? Demon Hunters, big movie this year. After Galaxy, Peach teams up with Rosalina. Throw Daisy in the mix.
Yeah.
A little trio there, hunting down demons.
You could, or just change it to something that's like, what's adjacent to Mario? Like, what would be the demons here? Is it the witch? Is it the Koopa kids? Like, is that it?
I think you need something a bit juicier, but I don't know what that.
The
could
Sunshine
be.
thing, like when it's the mud Peach, like those are
Mud
demon like,
Peach,
right?
Shadow
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Or even
yeah.
you could actually even still do Shadow Mario, right? Like she thinks it's Mario at first. Like you hear reports of, a short plumber in a hat, but it's not the plumber
Yeah.
we know. But I could see someone in a boardroom pitching the Rosalina, Daisy, Peach, especially if it's Galaxy. Rosalina can spin right off,
Hell yeah.
So I think that works out good. Taylor, what about Smash Bros?
Smash Bros. Yeah, that's trying to think because you guys covered a few characters that would make sense to be in there. I like the idea of them kind of sticking to like a 5-movie deal before they dump into this team cooperative feature film because we do need to get a little bit more stuff kind of showed here. And who's the big bad in that? Is it going to be Bowser? Because I feel like he just
No,
kind
he
of
got
got
the
schooled
hand.
pretty easily.
Master Hand
Yeah,
Not Giga Bowser. Giga Bowser, I
Crazy
feel like
hand.
would
No,
work.
Master Hand right there. That's a big threat.
or Taboo from Brawl Subspace. Maybe.
Taboo. Yeah, I guess so. Master Hand and Crazy Hand would make sense.
Is there? And I'm gonna ask you guys because we will do the cast of like an actual roster. But who's your like? They come to you and say you get one locked person from the game into the movie. Don't care like franchise anything. What's the one fighter that you'd want in there?
Ooh. One fighter.
Yeah.
Well, I might pick Samus. I might get some. I just think Metroid would be a really
that'd be
fun
good.
vibe to see in there.
It's a
What
good
about you,
pick.
Taylor?
What would I pick? I go to is just Link, Legend of Zelda, but I feel like okay, now you guys already talked about that him being in there. But if I had the one solid
roster.
pick, oh my god. Oh, I'm not sure. I'll have to think. Maybe I don't know. Ice Climbers.
Ice
nice.
Climbers.
That's what I want to hear.
There you go. No,
That's
I've already said mine. Okay, if it wasn't Star Fox, because that's my easy one. Because I don't know how they'd work them plot wise, but I would just love the ship plans and I'm here to help you. And like
Little
I'm not
Mac?
gonna say, yeah, but I feel like there's no possible way. Like there's zero way.
But this is your
Okay,
dream pick, isn't it?
so my dream pick never. This is even less likely than Little Mac. Somehow they work it out. They all talk about Xboxes are or TikToks are competitor for Xbox. All this stuff. They cut a deal. Get Banjo in there. I want because they have the rights to Banjo, right? Yeah, I want Banjo Kazooie on the big
Xbox
screen.
does,
Yeah.
Oh, we're
so-
picking like anyone, not just.
I said anyone. I said
Well, Banjo's
yeah.
in Smash, so
Yeah, that's why I picked him.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna just throw Master Chief in there. I want to see him pop in.
No. He's not. Master Chief isn't in
Oh,
Smash.
fuck. Has to be in Smash. You said anyone.
Yeah. Banjo is in Smash. He is in Smash
But then
Ultimate.
you also
with
said
Kazooie.
anyone.
No. I meant anyone on the roster. Because when we do a
Anyone
bread
on
and
the
butter, that's going to be like
roster.
our actual, who do we think? Like maybe we'll
What's the
keep it to
rubric?
15,
We
20.
Fit trainer, get him in there.
Nice. Good
Oh,
pick.
that actually be a fun like fourth wall, especially if they could do
a
that
good little
stage.
bit on that for sure.
Yeah, no, they should do that. That'd be pretty hype. So, there you go. All right. So speaking of that, and thank goodness you're here, Taylor, because we were going to talk about this, but not the juice without you. So obviously, Taylor Sheridan, big week. If people don't know, big time writer, director, does all of Taylor's favorite shows: Tulsa King, 1928, Yellowstone, the whole shebang, right? So last week it came out, hey, he's leaving Paramount, which was huge because Paramount Plus became a big show, became a big act because of his shows, right? It's not right away. I think it's like 2028, but he's getting paid $1 billion by Universal jump ship, so he is doing that. But that's why this news was very strange, because just a couple months ago we learned that Paramount had bought the rights. They're making a Call of Duty movie. We had learned that Steven Spielberg met with them and pitched to direct it, and they turned him down. But it seems like now we have come around to, even though he's leaving in a couple years, they're going to entrust Taylor Sheridan at least to write this very big IP and movie. He's going to write it. Peter Berg is going to direct it, which you could IMDb him. He has a style that probably fits Call of Duty. He's done a lot of like army type of movies. But Taylor, I'm going to throw you with all this Taylor Sheridan stuff about, he's leaving. So all these shows you really enjoy in a couple of years are going to be on their way out. So how do you feel about that? But also, obviously, Call of Duty is like, close to your heart. Maybe it's not where it used to be. It's feel like we haven't, dusted off the old Call of Duty in quite a while since, Omni movement and the 10 loss streak and everything, but obviously still close to your heart. So what do you think about all this? What do you want from a Call of Duty movie?
Oh, I mean, yeah, like before my move, I was dipping my toes back in there. I was immersing into into the Halloween stuff. And
Did you spend any money?
I got the battle pass with the Predator. And then I have the event thing with Chucky. So I got Chucky and I got the original Yautja. So can't go wrong with that. They got me. I almost finished the Chucky thing, and then I get the Bride of Chucky, Tiffany. So I want to get her. But yeah, Call of Duty. It's definitely close to my heart, no matter how many swan songs I have for it. But when you look at a movie, man, there's so many different stories that they could tackle, and I really, really hope they don't do something along the lines of Woods and like Black Ops and
What's Woods?
Woods, like what's his name? He's one of the characters called Woods, and I think there's another one called Mason. But there's just a few different characters in there that's like. That storyline is just very, very, to me, confusing and just sporadic, and I can't keep up with it. It's too much. I want a simple story. Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. Oh my god, that no Russian mission from Modern Warfare 2. I don't think they could like politically put that into a movie. That's just too brutal of a scene. But I think that the Modern Warfare story is so much better. Heck, let's even do a Nazi zombies movie. Why not? But
No, I would love them to, but you can't start off with Nazi zombies.
No, you can't. That would kill them. But I like the idea that Taylor Sheridan is tackling this very much. And yes, he's leaving Paramount, but it doesn't mean that the shows are just over and done with. He could have written scripts for, I don't know, like 5 more seasons of Tulsa King. Which
The word
is
is he's ending everything. That like anything he can. The word is he's ending it. So.
And you know what? I am okay with that. I've got 5 seasons of Yellowstone. I got 2 seasons of 1923. I got 1 season of 1883. Another Yellowstone show that is coming out soon as a sequel to Yellowstone. The Dutton Ranch is what it's called. Then you've got 2 seasons of The Landman, 4 seasons of Tulsa King, and I got The Lioness with Zoe Saldana that I want to watch. That's got Nicole Kidman, I think, in there too. And then Mayor of Kingstown, which I want to watch that one with Jeremy Renner. Shout outs to our patron, Jeremy Renner. So he's got a whole bunch of stuff on there that I really want to get into and indulge in. So I've got time. And then I want to go back and watch those movies like Sicario and
his actual good stuff.
The
Yeah,
other
get
one
there.
too.
Hell or High Water is great. Jeff Bridges, yeah.
So there's lots of stuff that will keep me busy there, and him going Universal, like I'm Jurassic World, it could happen. Like, hey, we need a guy for this next Jurassic World project.
Shooter.
I would have said no, but the fact that he's writing a Call of Duty movie now, I was like, well, clearly he'll take a check for anything. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm just mean like. I feel like Jurassic World has a bit more esteem to it. The Jurassic Park series, where Call of Duty, I don't think has much. But I don't know. I don't know what. I think it's just because the second we hear that, oh, they met with Steven Spielberg and they turn him down, to me that told me, oh, I know what movie they want to make now. They want to make, to me, they want to hit that dude bro Monster Energy market. They want to make it pedal to the metal missions. Like, I don't think they're going to be adapting any of the games. I think it's just going to have the name. Maybe you'll get like the character ghost, like the way like someone
Doom, that Doom movie with The Rock.
I can't remember. I don't remember good enough to comment on that being true or not. But even just like Zach Kreger saying like, oh, we're making a Resident Evil movie, but it's just set in the world. It's not adapting the games. Like, I feel like they're gonna just use the vibe and the name of Call of Duty to sell. And even if you look at the director, I think like he fits that. And like I would have thought like even someone like Michael Bay would have been perfect for this. Like, I think that's what they want to go for. They want to go. I'm not saying it's going to be slop because you got Taylor Sheridan, so it definitely won't be. I don't watch these shows. Obviously, I meme on Taylor because I just think they're meant for very old people, but that's okay. But I don't think they're probably like awful or anything. And his movies, Sicario, Hell or Wire, like I love his movie stuff. So I don't know. I'll be excited for this review and this movie. Don't know what type of movie it's going to be, but
$1 billion movie, do you think?
Somehow I think there's a chance. I think that the only problem they have is, remember in Top Gun when they're fighting all these fire pilots and it's like, oh, the enemy, and they can never give a country. I think that's the only problem a Call of Duty movie has is I feel like when you're fighting the enemy, you're probably gonna have to put a country on it, right? And I feel like
will.
And that right away hurts your receipts unless they just say it's an outside terrorist organization. And if they do, then it has to have like a mixture of everyone, like of every race, creed, because if you just cast a bunch of people that are one race
Unless
and clearly
it's based on like World War II era, like
Yes,
World
yeah.
at War was not zombies, fucking Nazis.
which they
German.
could, right? They haven't said, like, because Emily asked me that, she's like, what era are they gonna go to? And I don't think they'd be this bold. I would love it if they would do an anthology movie and it was like 4 stories and it's all in different time periods where one's in World War II, one's in there, and there's like not a connection. It's just like you just get to do different stuff. But I actually don't know what they will do, to be honest. I would assume it's going to be more modern warfare, in my opinion, but maybe they will go back to old school World War II. Like, what's your read on this stuff, Dylan?
I think it'll probably just be extremely generic, unfortunately. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know if they're... I mean, that's kind of what the Call of Duty brand is to an extent. There's so many games. Obviously, they pump a new one out every year, and there's all these crossovers and stuff, but you're not going to get that with the movie. So, yeah, I don't know what era they go, but I'm kind of with you, Travis. I think it would be something kind of modern-esque rather than, like, doing a period piece. And, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I see trailers for movies all the time that look like they could be a Call of Duty movie.
You've seen
like,
this trailer.
Wasn't there? What was that one with like The Rock? I'm sure he's probably done multiple, but like I feel like there's just a ton of these kinds of movies, and I just don't really see how Call of Duty differentiates itself. I just don't think it has enough like personality to it, even though it's like, you know, the best-selling game every year. I just feel like it doesn't have that big pop that you take to the big screen.
Is the hope it's kind of like, you know, Kirk was on here to talk about it, even though he's a fake fan, but like with F1, that's a $500 million movie. That was just, we're going to call it F1. Brad Pitt's going to play a made-up character. Like, is that almost the hope, too, that those people that buy those Call of Duty games, they'll see that movie and be like, oh, they made a Call of Duty movie. I want to go see that. Like, I don't know if it's a one-for-one, but that's probably what they're hoping for, right? Is if we can get those people that buy or download Call of Duty to buy a ticket, it could be. Because I'll say that. I don't know how much it'll do. I still think this will be a successful movie. I don't think it's going to bomb or anything like that. I just don't know the level of it. Like, even Taylor saying, would it be $1 billion? I wouldn't take that pizza bet, but I also wouldn't say it's impossible because you never like. I think Minecraft obviously has more like what you talk about, right? The iconography, characters, etc. But still is the biggest North American movie of the year, I guess after Stitch. But still, it's like, is that the same thing where it just comes out and it's like, wow, yeah, Call of Duty's here. Like I got to see it because I've been playing this game since I was a kid, right? It could have that same thing where you get together with your boys or everybody like, oh, remember we used to do these missions and go online, like. You go see it together, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if it's like that kind of IP, though, where it's like, oh, we're referencing this moment or that moment. I mean, maybe they will just straight up one-to-one. Like, Taylor, off the top of your head, what is like the best individual game story that could just like one-to-one slap that on the big screen and have it be interesting?
I really... Ooh...
Probably Modern Warfare 4, I feel like, right?
I was going to say, yeah, COD 4 might be the answer, but
COD
that's like
4,
the one
yeah.
Taylor doesn't really know that well.
No, like the one I really liked was Advanced Warfare with Kit Harington. You know,
Kit Harington.
you have
That's Call
Kevin
of Duty guy.
Spacey in there too. Kit
Right,
Harington
I remember those. That
was
was the first year of the podcast, I think.
I think it was. If I remember correctly, like he was a fighter, and then Kit Harington was like or not Kit Harington, Kevin Spacey was like a private company that became very powerful, and so you do a bunch of shit for him and his company that jumps to the future, and he's like running part of the country now with his private organization, and it just had
Okay.
a very intense story.
Just to cut
I
you
feel
off,
like they might do that as like a sequel. I don't know if they pop that as the first one. I would think, but
not with Spacey though. I'll
No.
say I don't think he's
Bill
making
Hader.
it. Yeah,
definitely
Bill
Kit
Hader.
Harington though. Yeah.
I'm adding this so we don't forget, and I don't know when you have it, but Dylan, for the first month of January, I put video game actor draft because he mentioned Kevin Spacey, and I remember that being a big moment. Like, oh, they got Spacey. So I don't know if we'll do it that month, but I feel like we've done this multiple times. We're like, oh, we should do that, and then we forget to do it the year. So I don't know if we do it in January, but I got it listed there so we can move it because I want us to do
Sure.
that for
Sounds good.
stuff, even if we do it at some point. Or wait, were we thinking about in December? I guess maybe for Game Awards, maybe, or is that gonna be too quick? December, November to try and do that.
You just put it somewhere on the calendar, and I'll look at it and think about it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna kick it over there. Let's see.
If I don't have a
here.
calendar in front of me, I can't think about anything. It's just my
Oh,
brain.
No, that's fair. So
Brain's no good anymore.
I got it on a random.
Too many battles.
I got it on a random November in the middle, so you can take a look at that, and then we can decide
Whoa,
when to do.
November.
November 8th.
Random middle of November. That's like 2 weeks from now.
I just no, but you said to see because like if we want to do before the Game Awards, where we'll get those actors, we got to do it in sometime in that slot, then, right?
Okay,
So
we'll see. We'll see.
and we got to kind of do it before January because
We gotta do it before Elden Ring because we gotta cast Kit Harington in Elden Ring, of course.
Elden Ring.
Remember, there's an Elden Ring movie that's being made.
But why? Wait a second.
Isn't the draft for like actors that are going to be in video game movies? Isn't that what the draft is that you're thinking of?
No, I thought we were gonna pitch the drafting actors that would be in video games.
What?
Remember last year we talked about there's all these like
oh, you're thinking. Okay, I was thinking of the opposite. I was thinking what actors are going to be in upcoming video game movies.
no,
Okay.
like because we were talking
Right,
about
there's
actors that would
both.
be in video games. Yeah, because we had like a
Right,
string
right.
where it was a bunch. I remember I think it was after Bond when they showed the Dexter guy. You were like, man, I really wish because we were talking about like, oh, I really wish we started doing this because it was that and there was like two other that month where it's like an actor. So
True.
yeah, and Game Awards we'd probably see a actor at least somewhere,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll circle back. We'll circle
Circle
back.
back.
In that mindset too. Oh, I guess I can give some questions here. Espa says you go North Korea. Yeah, I could see that. USA versus Canada. Well, there goes your Canadian box office right there. You know, maybe we wouldn't even get it. Superman Mike says Warfare from Alex Garland this year could have easily had the Call of Duty slapped on it. See, I have not seen the film, but I would have to disagree because I feel like that movie looked like it was an emotional, like very intense movie. I don't think the Call of Duty movie is gonna be that. I think it's gonna be like, let's cowabunga, boys. Like I think it's gonna be like a good time. Like you want to be a soldier. Like that's how I picture that.
Join the army.
Well, yeah.
Use your recruiter's line.
To me, it could be a full propaganda movie. Like, isn't the army the best? Like, look, we're using real kill streaks. Like because they could do that. Look, I got a 20 kill streak, bro. Like, they could go.
20 kills. You
They
call it
could
a
do
nuke.
that. They could do stuff like that. And to Espos, he says thoughts on a Ready Player One style Call of Duty movie where all of them are licensed characters. That sounds like a nightmare. So I don't want that to
I'm down for
happen.
that.
I would
Like
meet.
Beavis and
Nicki Minaj
Butthead,
against
the Predator.
Godzilla.
I would meet in the middle where I would say just get just famous actors playing themselves then instead of the characters because
That's what they do with those trailers, right? Those live action
Yes.
trailers. You got Robert Downey Jr., who's like, "Yes, you brought a jet to a gunfight," and then you got the
Robert Downey Jr. is in one of these Call of
He's
Duty
in one.
trailers?
Yeah, it's fucking great. You should play that. The amount of character, like actual actors they have there. They got FPS Russia.
Is
in
he
there.
on screen?
Yeah.
Look at me! Oh no! Jesus Christ!
Watch
When
the
was this
snippet. Pull
commercial?
it up. Pull it up. You got to pull it up. It's,
was this
it's
commercial?
quick.
Was it
Oh,
post
I can't
Oppenheimer?
remember. Ooh, pre.
Okay,
Pre, I
that's fine.
think,
You
but
can't
I
win
don't
Oppenheimer.
know.
Like, oh, Chris, like just imagine him and Chris getting tea. Like, oh, what'd you do today, Robert? Oh yeah, look at this, look at this Call of Duty trailer. I will pull up a second. Superman says the plot is they choose the world's best COD players to form a real SEAL team. Oh, we couldn't make that after our losing streak in Call of Duty. They
Gran
couldn't look at
Turismo
us.
style. I'm down.
Yeah.
It's the Black Ops 2 trailer.
Mike says Travis, you're just pitching Minecraft movie as Call of Duty. It sounds awful. Yeah, that's what I think they're gonna do. I think it won't be. I don't think it will be as comedic as that, but I feel like it's going to be dude broy. Even though they got Taylor Sheridan, I still feel like it's going to be very mainstream, very bland. Where Alex Garland's Warfare still felt like you could feel the effects of what war does to you. Right? Like,
I think they're going to try and be serious and
okay,
and intense, but I don't think they're going to stick the landing. That's my early prediction.
Okay, I just searched Robert Downey Jr. I didn't even put Call of Duty. I don't know what the first thing would come up, but let's see. I'll see if I can pull it up. Oh, he's in a plane. Oh my god!
Gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. I better not. This better not get demonetized because it's called
2012, I think, is when this came out.
Okay, so right after Avengers, he's fine. That makes sense. He's still in like recovery mode here, like getting to be a big star.
Hey, buddy.
Surprise.
Oh, they even did the Back in Black like Iron Man song.
Surprise,
God.
Batman. Guess you brought a jet to a gunfight. Incoming.
See, like honestly, this is what I
They
think
kill
the
him,
movie could
too.
be. I think the movie could be this.
Surprise, boys.
I really think they do. Even though Taylor Sheridan's writing it, I think this could be the movie right there. And this is the movie that sadly could make like $1 billion. I've seen enough of that. That was horrific.
The better one, you don't gotta play this one,
Oh,
with
please.
Jonah Hill and the guy who I can't remember his name, Sam Worthington. The two of them, like Rookie and the Noob. Those trailers are so fucking good. Oh,
You couldn't
man.
remember the guy from Avatar?
Sam Worthington. I
He's the
drew a
most
blank
forgettable
there.
guy in Hollywood. What are you
Man
talking
on a
about,
ledge.
Travis?
He could be perfect for this movie, you know?
Him and Kit Harington.
Kit Harington work. Is there any, before you end this, is there any one actor you think? Because Dylan, you're pitching more a drama, serious one. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
You're making my brain work hard tonight. You're like, can you name this thing? I'm like, no, I can't. I'm out of time naming.
Again, Dylan, I'm making your brain work hard. They come to you, they say, Dylan, who should we put in this Call of Duty movie? Who's a good fit, do you think?
All right. I'm gonna go with Sam Elliott.
Yeah, definitely General. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, you got one, Taylor?
No, you go.
I suppose it's Henry Cavill. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Henry Cavill.
I'm thinking Sam Elliott, who he's like a sergeant type, and he always calls the rookies sissies. I think that's the route I'm going with. I feel like that's the kind of vibe this movie's gonna have.
That's like
And
a
I think
line.
He's the kind of guy who can deliver that sort of line.
Every actor in this audition has to say the word sissy. I'm like, oh, I like
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna say shout out to Cocktail Clay. I'm gonna say Boyd Holbrook. I think he would be perfect in this. He's already done adjacent things like in Indiana Jones and even in The
You
Predator.
know he's rocking shades for 90% of the movie.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Taylor Kitsch. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, because he works with Peter Berg works with Kitsch and Wahlberg a lot. I really don't want Wahlberg, but I actually think Wahlberg has a good chance of being cast. Unfortunately, because I think I'll find it. I think the last 5 movies, there's like a streak of Peter Berg working with Mark Wahlberg, and I could see it again. I really don't want Mark Wahlberg in this. I don't dislike Mark Wahlberg, but that would not get me.
It's his kind of realm for sure.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. So I was just kind of blown away. I was curious what kind of like major actors have actually worked with Call of Duty. So obviously we got Idris Elba. We got Ice Cube, Kevin Spacey, as I said, Jason Statham, Helena Bonham Carter, Jeff Goldblum, David
Get
Hasselhoff,
Jeff in there.
Gary Oldman, Kit Harington, Sam Worthington, as I said, Heather Graham, David Tennant, Katie Sackhoff, George Romero, Ed Harris, Michael Keaton, which I didn't know, Ray Liotta, Michael
R.I.P.
Madsen,
R.I.P.
Chaz Palminteri, Joe Pantolio.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Joe
Liano.
Pesci. I was like, fuck
Joe-
yeah. If they say they're doing a Call of Duty
Comes out
movie
of active
starring Joe
retirement
Pesci,
again for that one.
yeah, starring Joe Pesci, that's $1 billion movie right there.
John Malkovich,
With Marv
Bill
by his
Paxton,
side. I always forget that actor's name.
John
Yeah.
Bernthal, Dominic Monaghan.
Bernthal. Put Bernthal in the live
Bernthal would be
action.
good.
Bernthal's that's like a total typecast though, right? Like it's almost like you don't want to do it, but it makes sense. But Yeah, so obviously this guy Peter Berg, he directed the Battleship movie back in the day. So there
That's
you go.
fucking good.
But then after that, he went on a
Perfectly
streak. These are the movies that he directed in a row, and they all starred Mark Wahlberg: Lone Survivor, Army movie; Deep Horizon, Patriots Day, and Mile 22. So I guess it was only 4, but he did 4 movies in a row with Marky Mark. So I think there's a good shot that
The
could happen again.
recent movies of his, or just at some point in
His-
his career?
Almost most recent, he directed one movie in 2020 called Spencer Confidential. Oh, that was Mark Wahlberg. So 5. So the 5 most recent
go.
feature films. He's directed TV, but the 5 most recent feature films he's done, all Mark Wahlberg. Fuck.
Okay.
Brendan
Real
Sklar,
Will
what
Ferrell
about that
Advocate
one?
Scenario.
I would much rather him be in Call of Duty than Batman, so I'll
Who's
take that.
Brendan Sklar?
Did you see Drop this year, Dylan?
I might have put that on, but I think I dipped. I think I dropped out of that one.
If you watched it, he was the male lead who was like on the date with her.
I thought that was a guy from I can't. I'm out of names
1923.
tonight.
Yeah, same guy.
Can you,
right.
Dylan? Can you name that list of the top 10 stream movies again?
Okay, number 1 was The Substance. Number
Yeah,
2
you
was
got
Talk to Me. Number 3 was 28 Years Later. Number 4 was
Days.
Long Legs. Number 5 was no. That's I
You
got
had it.
to
The
top
Menu.
4.
That was
It's
pretty good.
Menu. See, I'm not pulling the menu. No.
Who's the woman you would cast in this? Dylan, I'm going to ask you once more to fight by my side.
Name a
And-
woman. What is that? Isn't that like a Billy on the Street sketch where he just goes up to people and asks, name a woman?
Put Billy Eichner in there. Put him in there. He'd be the comic relief of the movie.
Okay.
woman.
Do we go with a rugged lady who's part of the crew, or are we going damsel in distress? Do you think?
I'm thinking part of the group. I love Katie O'Brien, even though I would not want her to be a part of this trash. Because the other one, I like.
Give me one of the people who was in Army of the Dead. One of those. I feel like there was like whatever that main girl was. I don't think it was Daniela Mel. No, what was her? It might have been her. I'm thinking who had like the short blonde hair. I think she had. I think she was like German or something like that. I'm just pulling
Yeah.
this out of nowhere.
Which I kind of forgot. Elle Purnell, the girl that's lead of Fallout, is Batista's daughter in that movie. Totally forgot
Sure
about
is.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the girl you're thinking of, yeah, she has like blonde hair down to there.
Yeah.
Nora Aranzita.
Put her in there.
Okay.
Yep. That's who I want.
I'm picking Isaiah Gonzalez. That's who I'm picking.
Yes.
Because that's too, like, not to be mean, I just feel like that's the level. Everyone's saying Katie O'Brien. No, I want her for Wonder Woman. She should not be in the Call of Duty movie. She needs to be in higher projects. Love Lies Bleeding should have fucking blew her up. She was in Mission Impossible. Like, Taylor?
Oh, Michelle Rodriguez. There's no question.
Yeah, but is that like
Wasn't she
Battle
already
LA,
did that crossover? Wasn't that a
Avatar?
thing? Didn't that happen recently?
Did it crossover?
Yeah, I was trying to like. She like was on stage at a gaming thing, like repping Call of Duty. Maybe it wasn't Call of Duty. I feel
No,
like I
she was
saw
there
that
for a Fast
recently.
and Furious game once with Vin.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
yeah. What about
Same
Vinny? Vin Diesel and her back together?
If I can't pick her, I'd pick
You can't.
Charlize Theron. I think she'd be pretty good.
Just Fast and
Yeah,
Furious.
what's Charlize up
actresses.
to? She was supposed to be in MCU, and then she was just
Yeah. She
She's
had a movie
doing
come
the
out
Fast
this
and the
year.
Furious.
Old Guard 2 on Netflix.
That didn't do well.
No
She
one's seen
literally,
that, though.
yeah, I never watched it. She literally had a movie announced today. Here we go. I'm going to delay this cast.
Call of
even
Duty.
more. Yeah. She's the lead. No,
Duty of the Call.
Okay, let me find this out. It was somewhat intriguing.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
If the movie's intriguing. Okay, so she's starring in a movie called Tyrant. That didn't help me. Come on, someone give me the plot details. She's in the Odyssey. I forgot about that. She's good. She's working with Nolan right now.
Is she?
Yeah, she's in the Odyssey.
I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah. So
Right,
here you
is
go.
she in it, or is she just like,
She's in it.
you know, on like Oppenheimer? There's like a bunch of dudes who are like on the science camp and working on stuff, but it's like, oh yeah, you get the guy from Hereditary in there for like 4 seconds, you know.
She's in it to set up her role in Call of Duty.
There you go.
So here you go. Listen, Charlize Theron in final talks to star in Tyrant in the vein of Whiplash. So she's making like a psychological sort of heady thriller. Not heady, but like mind games.
Eddie.
There you go. Eddie. With the type of
Bobby.
movie this is, get ready for a Gina Carano comeback.
Yes,
You could see
do
her.
that. Yeah.
Put her in there.
Cancel people in this Call of Duty movie.
James Franco, he's the lead of this thing.
Kevin
Yeah.
Spacey.
Kevin
Shia.
Perfect. Kevin Spacey's prime. Okay, there you go. All right, last topic of the night. We're going to talk about some trailers. We got Stranger Things 5. We got Screen 7. We got Crime 101. Hemsworth. Actually, Hemsworth is another good Call of Duty pick. Just not going to lie there. Fackham Hall.
Yeah, what are his Extraction? Is that the ones he's been doing?
True, that's kind of similar. But people have said that feels like a Call of Duty movie, right? So maybe you know.
That's
get
what I
that
mean.
same
Those movies
kick
are
in.
just, they're falling off trees. They're
Gerard
everywhere.
Butler, Olympus Has Fallen stuff.
Gerard
him in
Butler.
And the last trailer was Pluribus. So I think that's how you say it. I'm gonna ask Taylor first because I don't know
Pluribus.
what you watched today. What did you watch out of these, if any?
I watched them all.
Okay, then you
Um,
start, sir.
What do I want to start with? I'm gonna start with it was called like Fackthorn.
Fackham
Fuck
Hall.
'em.
Fackham Hall, yeah, thank you. Fackthorn. That definitely caught me off guard. It has some sly British humor in there that just was working. And notably when the guy's looking at this photo and he rips it in half to look at the girl and it says cock eater and the name. It's such subtle, simple shit like that I like. And it
Well,
doesn't
that was
I
subtle.
don't know if that's subtle.
I feel like it was because I wasn't expecting
I
it.
think
I
you could
was
say
just- I was looking at the
understated.
photo.
It's not like Three Stooges, like big hit. It's just like no one's
Pretty
bringing
front and
attention
center.
to
You
it.
guys are acting like they're hiding the cock eater, but they want you to see that there's cock
to me,
eating.
it's like literally if someone were to walk, be like, "You cock eater," like it's not that. It's just like it's. I'd say it's
subtle.
underplayed. It's not subtle. It's not subtle. It's right there, but.
But yeah, I think that's a movie that I am looking forward to seeing. There's a few lines in that movie that just made me laugh, and it just really caught me off guard. But it has that level of innocent humor to it, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
I'll bandwagon there because I really like this trailer as well. At the first couple jokes, it didn't have me. I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of stupid. And then by the
What
end, I
Travis
was
giving you
totally
lunch?
invested. It got some audible laughs out of me, which is always great. I love when he takes his mustache off to not only reveal that he has another mustache underneath, but then that he hangs that mustache up on like a little coat hanger. So I really like this trailer. Had very much the Naked Gun energy to it. So I like to see that.
Yeah, I just put this in here. I've never watched a single episode of Downton Abbey, but I just kind of like this vibe of the parody movie might be starting to come back. Like Naked Gun came out. I feel like that had a lot of love. We got this coming out. Next year's Scary Movie comes back. So I kind of like that we're hopefully dipping our toes back in this genre. I don't think this is like a theater watch for me because Naked Gun I grew up with. I love Liam Neeson, but I don't like this. Looks like it'd be funny, but I think this will be definitely a VOD at home watch because I guarantee there's gonna be tons of other jokes that I don't get because I feel like they're gonna be pretty centric to the Downton Abbey crew, which hopefully they make it broad, right? And that'll be a good tell too. If I can really, really enjoy it and not know anything about the show, then they've done their job correctly, which so far in this trailer, I think they are doing, but I don't think that would get me at theater. I was also just surprised by the amount of stars in this, like even with Naked Gun, it's okay, Liam Neeson, but then everyone else, like you have some cameos, but like, it's not like Pamela Anderson's like the biggest star nowadays, but like, and these are mass stars, but like Damian Lewis, like Mackenzie,
Was that
Thomas
Tom
Mackenzie.
Felton in there?
Yeah, it's Tom Felton. Yeah,
Okay.
so I was surprised by this, but I'm
Holbrook.
Boyd Holbrook. He wasn't here, right? No, you're making me. You completely mind at me.
You totally bought it for like 2
I
seconds.
did. I was like, did I miss him? And I just agreed with you right away. Oh my god! Check out on Call of Duty. All right, Taylor, where are we going next?
101, Crime 101. I actually really
Crime
like this. I like seeing Ruffalo in these kind of like detective kind of roles and whatnot. There was one I
You
watched.
should watch
last
Task on
year.
Crave.
Task. Maybe
It
I
just
will.
came out this year. Very good show.
There's a movie that Ruffalo did where he works for a high reputable
Poor Things.
like law office. Yeah, poor things. And he basically starts digging into, I think he was this oil company or anything like that. Just he
Three
was full
billboards, Ebbing,
detective.
Missouri.
Three full fucking detective.
No,
and
I
it
know which one you're
was-
talking
what I'm
about.
talking about? Oh, it was such a good movie, and I like when Ruffalo is in this role of like trying to figure something out, detective. Again, I guess a more similar kind of role would be Now You See Me, even though you know that how that twist goes. But I like him trying to like race against the horsemen, being the detective, trying to figure them out.
Was it a TV show or a movie?
No, it was a movie.
Okay.
He just gets so paranoid. 'cause
Dark
he thinks that they're
Waters,
trying to
that's
kill
what
him.
it
Yeah,
is.
Dark Waters, really good movie. I recommend it.
Is that the one where he's playing like twins or something? No, he's not. Okay.
No,
I'm wrong.
No. Oh, Travis Beach, S Bubs, good try though.
Yeah, have it on the record. Sorry, S Bubs. Lost this time, sucker.
But yeah, him just being back up here, you know, you got the Thor Hulk chemistry hopefully coming in here. Not really, but I like Hemsworth on
Oh,
the
Ragnarok
line here
chemistry.
as a criminal. I'm down. He just seems so charismatic in this role.
There you go. I wasn't lying. I know this much is true. That's the name. I know this much is true.
This
he
much
did play.
is true. Wow.
Yeah, he
that's
did
tongue
play
twister.
twins. Oh, look at that, Catherine Hahn. He likes to work with his MCU partners here. Girl from
Julia Lewis. Natural.
Thank you,
Ones
Natural Born
TV
Killers.
show.
Oh, look, we're gonna talk about that in a second there.
Yeah, so
What do
there you go.
think?
Someone
I
take
gotta
it.
get my charging cord.
Okay. Crime 101. Taylor, this one did not do it for me.
Oof.
Because I just feel, okay, you know, there's a guy, okay, turns out the guy steals things, and then there's another guy trying to find him. I just feel like, okay, I've seen this once or twice or 300 times. But then I felt like the hook, the premise of this one was like, oh, but here's this hook, is that all the crimes he's done, he's driven on the same highway to get there. I'm like, okay, like that felt like that was, they put like a giant period at the end of that sentence and hoped that, or they hoped it was an exclamation mark. For me, it just felt like a little ellipses. Like I feel like, well, what else he got? That feels like maybe one step of it. Like I don't know, it feels like in like a Knives Out situation. Like, okay, you figured out one clue, but there's so many other things. So maybe that's what it gets into. But I just felt like that was kind of the whole premise. And the movie's called this too. It's called 101 after this highway he's always driving on. So I don't know. I don't know what else is there. I do like the cast, of course. It's a good cast, but I was a little underwhelmed by this one for that one simple reason that I just feel like the hook seems kind of weak. But it is based off. It said it's based off a novella, which also might not be a good sign because it's not even based off a novel. You know, not even a novel's worth of hooks and twists in there. It's just a
Did you
novella.
say the hook could be like, why is he doing this and stealing, like not killing people, stealing all this money, and like what's he doing with it? Like, oh, don't you have enough money? It's like, well, clearly he's like a Robin Hood kind of character. I feel like.
Okay.
I don't think he's Robin
Not
Hood.
much
I
of
don't
that.
think he's like
I've seen that.
I don't think he's a cold-blooded killer though. At the same time, because I don't know if he's given back to the poor other than himself. But would have been a good idea. I suppose thought when I was getting the cord that I was going to do a jump scare. Yeah, no, would have been, but I didn't think about that. So, and I don't think it would work on these guys. You know,
He jump scared his kids. He just woke up his daughters.
We're too alert.
I do have. I will. Oh, I should share the video. Oh,
You
okay,
filmed
hang
it?
on. Of what?
Your jump scare your kids?
No, I will share the video though. I'll find it before this cast ends.
Oh, that video. That's a good fucking video. I know exactly
Taylor's
what you're
seen
talking
it,
about.
but Kirkland forgot his phone at my place, and he didn't know that I knew he was coming back. He's in the phone. I'll set up and I'll show it here, but then I'll drop in the Discord to more. But I'll keep talking as I do that. Crime 101. I want this movie to be good. Like I'm really hoping it's good because I feel like Hemsworth has had like a bad record of movies outside. Because even the Extinction movies, like I don't really enjoy those. I know people do. Kirkland says he wasn't even scared. Yeah, or Extraction. Yeah, not Extinction. Extraction. Just wait. This video show of Kirkland, he literally leaves the ground. I got him good. Go back to Japan. Enjoy your trip. Enjoy. Are you in Japan or are you here? You know, go rest up. Come back.
He's on the
coming to get his
101
phone.
driving.
Yeah, he's on the one on. Just, rest up, have a good trip, then come back and get your ass kicked by me in the gauntlet, all right? I'm excited, that belt.
But
yeah,
don't
it
get
was
your ass
yours.
kicked in the trivia battle because now you're on our team.
Yeah, I need you for that. We'll be friends after, but, it's time for you to eat some words here, kid. But no, I want it to be good. Really good cast. I like Hemsworth. I think he's talented. Like obviously, I think he's, but I just mean like more talented than he kind of gets credit for. Obviously, we got that a couple years with Thor. I feel like you got to appreciate, but then everyone hated Thor: Love and Thunder, so it's like gone back away where everyone's like, oh, it's just Chris Hemsworth. So, I even like that moment in the car where it might seem cheesy. Ruffles like, oh, Thomas Crownfire, where as a criminal, he looks at him. I don't know if I needed the full look, but
That does it for you in the year 2025.
So don't no like. I liked the concept. I think the scene
I'm
once it started
shocked that
playing
you
out-
guys have any interest in this movie whatsoever.
I don't know.
Review?
Maybe it's the
Review?
cast. Maybe no. I don't think I'll
Okay,
review it.
I'll watch from afar.
No, like I'm fully with Dylan though that I think this movie could end up just being a 6 out of 10. I really do. I think it's my hope of I like crime movies, I like heist movies. I'm hoping that they can pull it off because I'd like something in that genre with these actors, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So we'll see. But I'm gonna have faith that it is gonna happen, you know. But so here you go. I got the clip here. I will set this up. So what happened was this was the in-person cast. Taylor and Kirkland left. I was putting stuff away. Kirkland left his phone, and he's on the way to the West Side. For everyone, West Side's probably like a 25 half-minute drive. So it's like, oh man, he's gonna be a while.
Half hour.
Half minute drive, half hour. I thought I don't know about Apple Watches, so I tried to call the group chat, but I found out that you need the phone with the Apple Watch for it to work, so that didn't work. But Taylor picked up, and he's like, "Oh," I told him story. He's like, "Oh, well, I think I just saw a car like his pull around, so maybe he's on the way. So like, wait out for him." And then I'm like, "Okay." So with me knowing he's on the way, and Kirkland doesn't know that I know he's on the way, I take a bush. So this is me in the bush. I'm hiding out here. So here we go. I get him good. Great Halloween
Car
scare.
pulls up.
Yeah. I narrated too. There's Kirkland. He's pulling
This is a scene from Adrenochrome 2, I think.
it. Pretty much, yeah. Look at me moving.
Sneaking up
Look
behind-
at me
behind the
moving.
car.
He has no idea. It's great.
Oh, door closes.
What are you doing?
Do you see him jump?
Oh, I wish we could see the feet to see if he really did get off the ground.
Oh,
Because
he
it
did.
looked like there was some
He did.
vertical ascension.
He left
I'll,
behind her.
see, I'll mute it because it's loud.
We need the YouTube frame by frame.
Like, look at his. He's off his feet right there.
He
If you
is.
full screen,
Sorry, can you
he-
freeze frame on his battle stance when he like lands
the
back
fists
down?
come
He
out.
was ready to put. He
Look at that.
I said when the video went off, I gave him credit. Like, well, at least he was ready to throw. But yeah,
But he's kind of smiling immediately though. Like I think
he did. Like, I think he eventually knew. But it was it was good stuff. One of my proudest moments. I did that to Taylor once too. That video's somewhere, so I got to get Dylan once walking out. Same thing.
Oh, great.
Taylor forgot something, and I hid outside and waited for him. So
I don't even
that's
remember
just good acting by me. Oh yeah, all right, yeah.
he's a good actor. I've seen it.
I have seen it, but you know what I've also seen? Taylor's seen. Remember For Love? Me and Taylor sitting there for an hour where Kirkland's trying to get 2 lines right. There's a good bloopers video of that. So you are a good
Whoa,
actor, sir.
uncalled
But come
for.
on, no. I'm
Uncalled
gonna
for.
throw him out there. He's gonna say I didn't scare him. Come on, no. It's led to some great bloopers. Taylor, where are we going next? We got 3 chairs left.
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember the Pluribus one.
That's
So
not a good
someone
sign.
remind me about this
That's
one.
the kind of Truman Showy. There's one girl who's walking around this town, and everyone's kind of
Carol.
talking to her as if she's,
Right.
the one person that stands out. Everyone else is an NPC, kind of.
Yeah, seems like they're all
and there's a
happy,
lot
and
of-
she's not.
Yeah, it very much seems like, okay, this is an Apple show, right? So they're like, okay, we have Severance. People love Severance. It's the water cooler show. How do we decompose this down to the molecules and then reassemble it in a way that people are going to talk about this with all their friends? I kind of feel like that's the vibe, which, that show's very successful. People love
That's
it.
fair.
So we'll see. But, yeah, definitely a lot of question marks with that one, no doubt.
It's not like a day one for you, Dylan. That's like a wait and see some. Or it's not on the
It's a
radar
wait
at
and
all.
see. If I'm walking by some water coolers and people are talking about it, then I'll tune in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not on Taylor's list because he couldn't even remember it. So.
No water coolers for me to talk about it in front of.
I'll be there. I should be there day one. So he's back. He's backing down. Kirkland's saying he's gone. Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Bye, Kirk.
Scared.
Bye,
Yeah.
Kirkland.
Halloween
Yeah.
in Japan? Sounds like it could be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if they celebrate there.
We'll have to ask him about it. I hope he's like in full costume while the country doesn't celebrate it.
He was like, "No, I stayed
The
in to
fuck
watch
is
your
wrong
guys'
with you?"
stream, so I didn't really go out."
Yeah. Breaking Bad, greatest greatest TV show of all time. It's my favorite show of all time. Vince Gilligan is a master. I'll be there despite this trailer not really intriguing me at all. My hope is that this is just a show that's very hard to preview and show off and really get the full gist of it. This idea of, oh, everyone's really happy and you're not, like, I don't know. I needed more juice. Obviously, this is the actress from I forgot her name, but she's Better Call Saul, and she's great in that.
Oh,
She's
okay.
fantastic. Yeah. So obviously they have a working history together like that. I also like that it's him doing something completely different. It's not just like Vince Gilligan on another crime drama. It's like, oh, this looks something completely out of the realm from Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad. It doesn't even look adjacent to, right? So that does get me excited. So I will check this out just based on the resume of the stuff he's done before that I really enjoy. I don't love Better Call Saul like other people, but still a great show. And then Breaking Bad, as I just mentioned, my favorite show. And I do think it's a great show of all time for what I've seen. Obviously, I've not seen every show. I haven't seen MASH, so I'll get on it. But I'll be there for this one to check it out. And I hope it has some good hooks. I hope it's it could be a slow burn, but yeah, I'm curious. But not like excited. But it's out next month, so it's out here soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Taylor, Stranger Things or Scream 7?
Oh, I'm gonna go Stranger Things. I feel like we're gonna get some people dying here with just how they set up this trailer. It was felt like it was a swan song, and I feel like we're gonna get some unexpected deaths, which is gonna be pretty sad. But it's just funny at the end of the day how the older kids don't look like they've aged, and the younger kids have all just aged plethora amount. But it's good. It's cool to see Vecna coming back and in the flesh here and just popping off doing his things. So I am looking forward to this. I'm excited. I don't think I will be on some of the reviews.
I think you maybe semi-confirmed for the first, but I think those reviews are a Travis.
Is it a weekly drop
Solak.
this season? Because didn't they do like
It's
batches
4
last
parts,
time?
right?
3 parts,
Three
and
parts.
it's so there's one in the middle of October. There's one in the middle of November, so American Thanksgiving, then Christmas, then New Year's. They're pretty shitty drops. I don't like them at all. Like, to be honest, I get why they're doing it. People are home, family, for review wise, but I will take the sword. So I'm hoping we get the finales. They are showing in theaters, so I'm hoping we do get that here in Kelowna. So, yeah,
This is the final season, right?
final season. It's all said and done after this.
Cool. Do you think it'll have a bunch of spin-offs, or is it like, are we finally closing this chapter?
I
Closing
think
this
there'll be a
book?
spin-off. I think it's too successful not to. So, and not even like animated. I think something related, which I don't know if I'll be invested in that, but I'm invested in this, I know like other people have been like, oh, it's been so long. And they like, Taylor wasn't saying this, but like, oh, the kids are old. Like when they started this, Millie Bobby Brown was just a kid. Now she's married. It's just like, okay, so like, I just feel like anyone that complains about that, or just like the hipster takes of like, man, these episodes are 2 hours. Why don't they just make a movie? It's like they're doing a different approach for the show. It's a massive hit, and just don't watch it. And I guess that's the other thing. I just feel like all these people that complain about these things, they're watching it regardless, right? So it's just I don't mind because this is a big budget thing. All these people became, not all of them, but lots of them became stars and did other things. So it takes a long time. And to me, that's like, I get the idea of, yeah, it is crazy that it's only a 5-season show and it's almost taken 10 years, right? I remember the very first review, we just did like a segment or like a little 30-minute thing that we had on the newscast. It was me, Dylan, and Emily. We talked about this. And I was saying this, Emily, because I'm rewatching the show right now. I'll throw in what we've been watching in the future, but I'm starting at season 1 and I want to finish it. But I remember when that show finished, we like theorized it was going to be like an anthology show or something like that. We thought, oh, it's kind of done. Like, what more can you do with it? And now here we are, 9 years, 8 years later. But for me, I've enjoyed every season. I don't know if there's any season that's like below an 8. I think really a 9, but I'll say 8 to be safe because I'm rewatched, so maybe I'll see how it feels. But to me, how long it is, how long we've been waiting, it's like because even then it's like they call these things Stranger Things 2 and 3. Like they almost feel like it is one show, but it's like always like mini series. And to me, it's something cool where it's like, yeah, sure, they're gonna make this one episode 2 hours. Why? Because they can, and it's gonna be big scope. Like most shows don't do this type of stuff. No, like that is because of movie. But I just think it's something different, and I understand. But for me, I'm not like not invested because, oh man, the show started so long ago. It's like, no, like I'm still there with all the characters. Like I still enjoy them all. So I feel like there's just been this revisionist history of, oh, like the show's not that good for this long. But for me, it's like, I don't know because it wasn't my top 10 TV shows, but like I have to wait till it's done. But like I think it's pretty great. And this trailer looked good. Looks like it got stakes. I agree with Taylor. I think some people will get killed off. I think that's the thing that people have always said, like, oh, it's safe. I think we'll lose some main characters because it is the ending here. I don't know which ones. I do think Will's a fucking goner. I know that the trailer ends that way, but I just think it started with him. It's gonna end with him. And no, I'm excited for the ride. Like I said, hate the drop schedule though. I get it why, because they're hoping people are home together, but Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then New Year's, like, fuck, man. Like, as just like a content creator, that one sucks. So I'll find times, but there'll be later reviews and whatnot. At least New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, we don't do much because the kids aren't old enough to stay up to midnight. So that's really a nothing holiday for us. And luckily, Emily watches the show as well, so we can go maybe do a movie date or something. But yeah, trailer looked grand, scope, and epic, and there's been a big epic show, so I think that's the way it should end. So
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not caught up on the show, but the trailer looked great. I mean, I feel like in terms of final season show culminating, bringing everyone back, or keeping everyone in there, like it looks like it's going to be a great finale. And holy frick, you can just smell the budget off this bad boy. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to hit for people.
great use of the Live Forever song by Queen too. I really like that. I was digging that. So then finally, Screen 7. I'll start with you, Dylan, because I don't think you have anything to say.
Whoa! Wow, you think I'm not a good podcaster?
No,
on
I just don't think you've
talk?
seen any Scream. So
I
just feel-
saw Scream 6 and didn't care for it at all. So
Okay, I wouldn't start
that's all I
there.
have to say. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't have much here. Like, I don't know. I did check out 6, and I haven't seen the other ones, so I'm not really in it. And this is like bringing back. Is she from the OG one, or did she pop in later?
Nev Campbell, yeah, she's like
Yeah.
the original Scream queen for this. So
Hell yeah! So that's cool. But also, it's kind of like Stranger Things. Right? It's a culmination for people who have seen all these things, and I have not. But there's some good stuff in here, like good chandelier moment, flips around the knife right in the gut. That looks good. Like the creepy, like crawling through the walls, and he's stabbing through the walls. Like hell yeah! So I think
I
there's
like
some
that.
fun set pieces going on here. It looks like fun. And yeah, I don't know if I'm really excited for it just because I didn't really like the vibe of 6 a whole lot. But also I jumped into the 6th movie in a series that seems like it's very based off of seeing the previous ones, and I didn't do that. So I didn't really do my proper homework.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks pretty good for what it is.
I would also say 6 is probably the weakest of the franchise too. I think it
Well, there you
has.
go.
I think S Bubs is in the chat. I think he's a defender. It has its defenders, but to me, that's they made some choices in there that were not good choices. So
Fair.
like the killer reveal, not great. That whole what's going on there, not a good time.
Yeah.
Taylor.
I do enjoy 6, but I feel like that's one we got a retro. Or did we
we're
retro
not-
Scream?
No, we're not doing it this year though, because I think they would just be you and me, and you're going to be gone in January for some of it when you have a second child. So
That's right.
I'll
That's
do
right. There you
you
go.
retro Scream.
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay.
I will watch them and just follow along with your guys'
That was none of that. I don't want to retro. That was just like, okay, let's look at this calendar and see what's going on. January's
caught
a
'em.
slider, so because I agree with Taylor. Like there is a chance, like this is the time to do it. Because
Cancel the video game actor cast. Put a Scream retro in the mix.
no, I want to do the video game one. That's a fun one. Like I still
I
want
just
to
feel
do
like it's
that.
gonna be picking random actors with no rhyme or reason.
I feel like I had to find this cast. You were pitching it hard. I feel like you're like, we got to do this. Like you were,
know,
and
Travis,
you
but
sold
then I
me.
feel like there's a reason we haven't done it, and part of it is like, I don't know. What do you do for that? Are you just picking random people?
Yeah, but you have to do a vibe, right? You have to go down and think like, okay, who would actively be in a video game,
Okay,
right?
I'll
Who
do
would
it
be
for
in a
you.
Hideo
But
one?
I want you to be known that I don't love the idea anymore, but we'll do it still.
How do you feel? If no, I'm with the other GeekVerse guys. They don't want to do it. Then I'm not like. I know sometimes I force these guys to do things, but I don't want to just like completely. Where are you on Taylor? Is that a cast worth doing? Of us picking 5 actors, and if one gets cast in a video game, that's a point. Like your Kid Harington's, Kevin Spacey, etc.
I find it interesting. I like the drafts.
Okay,
He
Kirkland.
didn't say he likes that draft. He said he likes the drafts.
Do you like that draft?
He was being polite. He doesn't mean
I
it.
like that draft because I feel like I could have some juice with that instead of the fucking superhero draft where I just always lose.
Yeah, but then but we all have that. You kill the movie draft. You might win this year. I think it's literally going to come down to Avatar to how well it does. I'm not in the race, but I think you 3 are all very close right now. So Yeah, I speak for the people. I feel like anytime we do surveys, Golden Geeks and Drafts always come up as
People
like
like
people's
drafts,
favorites.
it's
People like
true.
drafts, so
I like
come
drafts
on.
too. Okay.
Yeah,
let's do
and
it.
it's video game draft. We get another video game draft. Come on.
Yeah. Sold.
And maybe Screen Retro. We'll circle back to that. But I would like to, because I don't know how this is going to do. I don't know if this is it, and then they're like, let's table the franchise for a little bit. Because I see your question, then you had a Patreon question. I'll get there. Scream, I absolutely love Scream. I think I would probably put in the top 10 horror movies. I got to do that cast one time. Obviously, I have my, I guess not newest, like my second newest daughter, Sydney. There's a reason that name was, I okayed it, because like Sydney, like I love the franchise, love the name. That's why it's spelt that way with that Sid, so I enjoy a lot of this franchise, right? What are you laughing at? Huh?
I'm laughing at Taylor's little hand. What's up,
Okay,
Taylor?
little
You said Sydney that you okayed it. So was it Emily's pitch to go with the
It was on a
Sydney
list of names, and that's one of the reasons I like it, because it's like, okay, yeah,
How many names
Sydney,
are on
like,
the list overall?
name? 10. They're all 2022 names and later.
Yeah.
One that's
Bambino
pre-2022 name.
Okay,
My
so
daughter's Sinister?
I don't know if Emily's gonna like me sharing this, but she probably sleeps, so I'll share it. So here's all. I don't know if these were all approved. The girls' list name we had: Audrey, Posey, Sydney, Selena, Sabrina, Peggy, Nora, Moon. I would not.
Isn't Posey, isn't that
Moon
another
wasn't gonna
Scream
happen.
name?
Moon wasn't going to
Parker
happen.
Posey?
Moon wasn't going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I'll let you
I
know.
like Moon.
There's Parker Posey, the actress from Screen 3. From Screen 3. Marlo, that wasn't going to happen either. Hart, which that's Sydney's middle name's Hart. Lilac, Chloe, Tessa, Tia, Tori,
Lilac?
and Teddy.
Or Lilac.
Lilac. Lilac. And then I had Emily for a couple months on it, but then she went away and it's fine. I was going hard for Rhaenyra. I really liked Rhaenyra.
Oh, I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah,
Nah.
but she was for like 2 months
Not
with me,
it.
and then she just turned. And we'll do that. She turned, but I like it. Just sounded really big. But now Sydney works. And then for boys, obviously, always had Kylo. But that's how Valley has Ren as the middle name. So we kind of have some of that there. But we had Kylo.
But do
I
you
did
think
it.
Kyle would be like, "Oh, you named your kid after me," like every time.
Yes,
he
and I
talks
always
to you?
worried about that, and I would not want him to be called Kai either. I don't like because I don't like being called Trav. If people would have called my kid Kai, I would have had a problem with it. People are gonna laugh, but this wasn't a list. We had Mads on the list. It was like legitimately a
Good name.
possibility. Dexter, because like if it was Ginger,
These are so on the nose.
That's deranged. Yeah.
I had to though, right? If I had a
You didn't
Ginger
have
son.
to. You didn't have to.
No, legitimately though, my whole life, if I had a son, I was gonna name him Dexter. Like legitimately, I like the name. I like
What
that's
about
an.
Harrison?
Did
I
this
like
likeness
Dex.
come after the show?
Yes, it did. Yeah, but I heard the name, and that's a short that's a short name I do like. I like Dex as a nickname. I don't mind that.
Like the guy in Star Wars, the 4 arms. Hello,
Not that
Dex.
guy. No, Dylan. I was with you with Harrison. Emily said no to that. I'm on the Harrison bandwagon. Grant, Ford, and Graham. I don't know about those ones, but I think at one point I had
First
like,
name Ford after the car company.
maybe
Henry
Harrison.
Ford. Henry Ford. It's the
Uh,
last
right.
name, but
Still, there you go. Still, there's Parker Posey. As Pubs' letterbox as well. Anyways. That's how Sydney. One of the reasons she got her names. Love this franchise. Obviously, it's bouncing back off. I don't think 6 was great. Had that big controversy. Remember when Melissa Barrero had like a bunch of political stuff about the Israel-Palestine stuff, and they kicked her because of that. And a lot of people said, "Oh, like we support her," even though some of those people are like, "We support her. You shouldn't have fired her." Are back for this movie, which I find, a little, a little odd.
Money talks.
But exactly. So like I was already not excited by this. I was ready to like kind of shit on this trailer. I enjoyed the trailer. It's not like, man, this is a top 5 movie next year. No, it's not that, but it looked better than I thought. There was I was dealing with the wall set piece. I liked that. So there's things I enjoyed. Obviously, we've heard all these rumors about all the people they're bringing back. Like all the killers are back for this. So I think there could be some fun there with using AI and deep fake. We heard Matthew Lillard at the end of this trailer. But yeah, so I was ready to just be like, oh, this is shit. And, it's tough because I am in a position of always said this, like there's stuff we review all the time that's like, I don't know if I've even said this recently. I would skip Mandalore and Grogu if I didn't have kids right now. I really have no interest in that movie whatsoever, but I have kids that would like to see it. And yes, we can make funds and get paid off that, and I can use it for other content that we can create. Like Travis told you the gimmick, right? I can dedicate time to that. So sometimes podcasts, and again, I don't know if I do that solely. You guys, it's fun hanging out. We can make some stuff in a job into a fun time, but like this same thing is like it's there. I don't know what this franchise is going to do. And like Esposito brings up, he says, I'm just done with them going back to Woodsboro. We've done this 2 times already. And Sydney says she's not coming back each time. I agree. And then he also brought up outside the Melissa stuff not being there, I'm also noticing weird timeline stuff, which, yes, has come up. Like I Sarah Sydney, you spelled her name wrong, Esposito. Like I Sarah Sydney's daughter in Scream 6 was in a stroller, unless this is some other unmentioned daughter or the movie is Big Time Jump. And that's a weird thing. Yeah, Scream 6 was 2020, and this kid was in a stroller, and now it's a full-grown adult. It is just going to be that, I guess, where they time jump, I guess, 15 years, or it is just like, oh, I had another daughter I didn't like mention. Again, I've always been pissed Patrick Dempsey also is not back for this, but yeah, so like I want this to be good. I think there's some stuff, and I think one thing I will say before we end this, what I'm enjoying is when he says I'm going to burn it all down, and maybe to your point, Bubs, this could be part of the plot. They go back to the original house, and when Ghostface is walking out, that original house from Scream 1 is burning down. Scream 5 and 6 had a lot to do with, like, they talked about The Last Jedi fans, about, like, this is not what you do to Star Wars. Like, and they used those as, like, a reason for this is the killers, right? Like, you don't do this to stab or scream as, like, an allegory for shitty fans. I feel like there's tons of people now that hate legacy sequels and tributes to the old stuff, right? So that's what I'm getting from this killer is they, even though it could be odd that they're using deep fakes of the old killers, is that they are maybe trying to play that type of fandom where we're done with going back to Woodsboro. We're done with remaking the same movie. That's my type of inkling, and that could be fun to talk about that with a fan, because the Scream franchise is always about fucked up fans going too far. So there's some stuff here, but I love this franchise, so I'm hopeful it's going to be good, but I have my worries. But I liked the trailer more than I thought. So, Sir Mike says, well, remember when this was supposed to be a Christmas movie? I don't know. Do you mean it was supposed to release in Christmas, or are you talking about the old one that was rumored to be in Christmas, which I think could have been fun, but yeah, I don't know. Anything else? Anything else I haven't talked about? For Maddie's sake, rank these trailers.
He didn't invoke it, isn't that like
He didn't, but like
cursed?
I
Okay.
feel like if he would have saw it, he's gonna hit me up in the morning. Like, why didn't you rank him?
Why
Yeah,
didn't you
no,
do a
that's
James
a
Bond
try.
draft?
Yeah, he's mad about the James Bond draft. That's why he's been after. I've been asked. He's been on After 9 this whole year. I've been like, where you been?
Yeah, where's he been? Wake up.
He did tell me that like with his job that they had to go back into office. So he was like where he worked from home, but now they went back in office. So I'm sure it sucks. But I guess that's a lie. He was on the Oscars cast with me, Mike, and April around January. But still, Maddie, you got to come back. We miss you, sir.
Yeah.
So
All right, I'll give you my ranking.
Okay.
Number 1, I'm gonna put
Crime
asking me to
101.
name things. Stranger Things.
Okay.
Even though I haven't seen the show.
Yep.
Then we're gonna go with Scream 7.
Yep.
Then we're gonna go with Pluribus.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, number 1, I'm gonna put Fackham Hall. I'm
Yep.
gonna put that number 1. So that's now number 1. Number 2, Stranger Things. Number 3, Scream. Number 4, Pluribus. Number 5, Crime 101.
Okay, Taylor.
My last place is going to be Pluribus. Next is going to be... Ooh. Holy fuck. Did you hear that?
Is Madison like going down here? I can't see your loud. No, I heard
Fart,
nothing.
I don't know.
You didn't
I
hear
hear-
anything? Oh.
I hear Mike rattling sometimes. Next week you gotta get that stand
I saw
set
a
up, my
cat
boy.
attacking a door earlier in your background.
Oh, did you see? You saw Ashlyn? Well,
I
yeah,
missed
the other
that.
cats. Ashlyn is the house cat for Madison's parents, and then we brought the other 2 cats here, and so they were just having a fucking growl off. Holy shit. Peter's on the couch, and Ashlyn was trying to make a pass at him. Fuck, I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night hearing, ah! Sorry, Peter.
Don't tell us what Madison's like in the middle of the night. All right?
Your night terror is just fucking brutal.
She's like hereditary. you,
Sawing off her head.
yeah, you just wake up and she's just doing this type of action going on right now.
Fuck, I'm out. God damn.
Oh no.
Yeah, Pluribus number 5, last place, and that next I'm gonna throw down. I think I'm gonna throw down Stranger Things.
And number 2, wow, like second last.
Second last, and then I'm gonna
Wow.
put down Scream 7.
You're
Okay.
effed. You're not putting Crime 101 this high.
I'm interested. I'm very interested.
Oh.
Crime 101.
There might be a review, my
number
God.
2, and then Fackham Hall.
It's Fackham Hall.
But they
Fackham
want you to
Hall.
pronounce it fucking
Yes, I
hall.
want to say fuck
Fackham Hall, number 1. I'm very intrigued by this one. So
Okay. I am Crime 101 last, Pluribus 4, Fackham Hall 3, Scream 7 2, and Stranger Things number 1. I'm excited. Looked good.
It's good.
Looked epic. Can't wait. And there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We'll be back next week. Is a big week we'll have, which we need to discuss before you guys go off or leave the room. Another It review. We'll have Side Quest. We'll have a Weekly Geek with me and Taylor. We'll have Predator Badlands out next week, boys. That'll be fun. And then, it's not the end of the year, but our big finale, I think, of the year, Extra Life, 24 hours. Kirk will be back from Japan. Surprises, guests, trivia battle, as you saw. And I promise you, it'll not be boring.
Good night.